Abandini New Year. Woman, out of phone, need your neighbor to a woman out of phone, need a big family. Abandini New Year. Woman, out of phone, need a big family. Abandini New Year. So.
Nice one. Good morning, my neighbors. How do you say that in Ghana? I'm testing you. Yejeko, Mambi, Indina Minyapelika. How do you feel? But neighbors. Today is the day that you can actually sing that 24th song and it will make sense.
Obey cassette 24th Kurum. Wow, show. Oh, come on, guys. Wow, come on, guys. We said it.
You know you're off key, so you still trying to find what you
Oh, yeah, they are warming up. So, guys, let's do this together.
Let's go.
Obey cassette. Oh, let me let the guys sing, Johnny.
Leave it to the professional.
That's what we're talking about. That's Act Band. Act Band. If you don't know about them, now you know about them. And you can find them on IG. Act Band GH. Go follow them and listen to their music. And book them for this Christmas period. Good morning. Morning.
Christmas weekend.
Indeed. Did you know me? Before. It's a big show. Big show today for you. Lots of music, lots of conversations, possibly some giveaways. You know, it's 24th now. Yeah. The day before Christmas. Yeah. All right. What are your plans for this Christmas? More sleeping.
If I can get that. There's 10 of my god kids are in my house.
Okay. Nice.
Good morning, children. I hope you brushed it.
10 god kids. That's a very loud house. It be so. My kids are grown, a bit more grown, so we can have like conversations about.
3-year-old.
Oh, Charlie, I don't envy you at all. Well, we have a big show. We're talking scamming. We're talking local government, and we're talking Pat Thomas.
Imagine.
Yes.
Legendary.
Indeed. He's on the show, and the Act Band will be backing him.
We will be having a legend in the studio. Had a few legends over the past 104 episodes. This is 105.
105.
So today I'm the one doing the counting, and I hate maths.
Yeah, so that's what's happening.
Thank you for joining us. We hope that you're all ready for your Christmas weekend, and we hope you have some amazing plans. Share some of your plans with us. Invite us to the party. We'll come. So thank you for joining us. Of course, I'll be having a sit down with the ladies to look into the stories dominating the newspapers, and we'll see what the panel has to say about all the issues that we've heard about, from Parliament to the streets to Christmas shopping. We'll see what they think in about an hour.
Okay, and Valerie, what do you have up your sleeve?
You know the song we asked the band to play, the 24th Coco, is up because today my team and I on the ground, we are looking at what the bus terminals looks like. You know, on 24, people rush out to see their families in their villages, their hometowns, and the bus stations are practically very full. Yeah. And so we are going to be looking at that. We'll be going to some of the VIP terminals, and then also, you know what characterizes Christmas, right? Apart from the shopping and lots of food, the Christmas lights. And so we are going to be going around the city. We went actually last night, and then we are going to be bringing you some amazing, beautiful sights from around the city when it comes to Christmas lights. And then we'll be having a conversation this morning on scamming, internet scamming, when it comes to friends and family outside sending us money through the various portals. So we're going to be looking at that because that's rife when it comes to Christmas, when those scammers take our money. So we're going to be looking at how to stop that and the telltale signs to look out for to know that you are being scammed. So the show is live. We are live on Facebook as the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. We are live on YouTube as the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. We're on Twitter as the GBC Ghana and on Instagram as GBC Online. The hashtag to follow is GTV Back. Also, you can send us your messages and comments about our show so far and what you want to see next year. Anything you want us to know on the show, you can send those comments to our WhatsApp number 055-556-1034. I'm going to hand over to T and Cup.
All right.
10:34.
Yes. And there's a little chat that Valerie will be having with Paradise Crew. You don't know what that is. You stay with the show.
We're going to Paradise today.
Yes.
And what a day to go to Paradise. Because it's Christmas.
Day.
Tonight is Christmas Eve. Plans?
Oh, yes.
Plans?
Out all night. Out all night.
Especially because there's no work
There's no
tomorrow.
work tomorrow. And so it's a party all night. Yes.
So you're welcome to the show. Hashtag GTV Breakfast. Hey, let's get the show started.
Wisdom Nugget.
Wisdom Nugget by Dr. Kofi Osei Kusi. And he said,
it's a Merry Christmas to you. Can we sing it together? Joy to the world. And you know the lyrics. I mean, if I put it to you, I'm sure you're going to miss some of the words. It's Christmas, and we are thankful to be alive. Even if you have a whole chicken or a half chicken or a no chicken, we're still thankful that we are alive and well. Merry Christmas to you. And our wisdom nugget today is joy to the world. Joy to the world. I think that is perhaps one of the most powerful messages of Christmas. Christmas is about joy to the world. Why joy to the world? I don't know about you, but if you're very observant, I'm telling you, a lot of people are struggling. A lot of people are in pain. A lot of people, and we're in a pandemic as well. And a lot of people around the world many people are depressed, frustrated, and not as a result of somebody per se, but just life itself makes us really down and depressed. Relationship issues, work issues, employment issues, unemployment issues. There are many things to talk about that causes a lot of pain and sadness for people. But Christmas is joy to the world, and that is the message that we can all experience at least a measure of joy in our lives. The question is, who is going to bring that joy to the world? You and I. You and I. You and I are the people to bring joy to the world. This Christmas, please, 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 why not take a little moment to create some joy for somebody? Create some joy for somebody. Somebody needs some joy. Some old lady needs some joy. Some widow who's lost their husband this year or some years ago needs some joy. Some widower, not just widows, some widowers are also struggling, needs some joy. Some little child needs some joy. Somebody in the hospital needs some joy. Who is going to bring that joy? You and I. This Christmas, why not together create some joy for somebody? That is the message of Christmas, that we can all help bring joy to the world. I wish you a fabulous day. And as you create joy for others, I don't think you're ever going to lack joy in your life. I love you very much, and I'll see you again in a new year. Have a fabulous day. Have a fabulous day, and have a Merry Christmas.
Thanks for staying on. It's December 24, so tonight is Christmas Eve, and we're already getting you into the festive spirit on Breakfast Show on GTV. Thank you for joining us. We'll be having many conversations, and we'll be out and about in town, bringing you some sights and sounds. The beautiful Christmas lights that you see around the capital city will be featuring live on this show. We'll also be jetting off to the Western region, where there is a masquerade festival that's about to go down, and we'll be keeping an eye from the Western region. So tadefo one sheha wherever tadi in there. Today we are in Western region, and who knows, we might be in your neck of the woods. We'll look into our social media trends, and because it's Christmas, we're all about the music, aren't we? This morning we're all vibing and grooving to the awesome band that is in the studio. So if you missed the intro, just go on our Facebook stream and just go back and watch it all over again. Iconic band we have in the studio. But there's the British people are now singing in Yoruba. You know when Brandy sang Somebody's Son with Tiwa. Now it's Ed Sheeran who is singing a remix with DML with the Peru song. Yep. So there's a video. So let's have a listen.
I'm in West London, I'm jamming. When you want me, when you want me, I just flew in from Miami. Peru, para, Peru, Peru, para. I'm loose.
Who else is excited?
I am excited.
Oh yes. I mean, any time Africa is portrayed on an international platform, big win for all Africans.
Especially when it's a song that
is a hit.
It's a hit.
It's
one of the TikTok favorites.
Ah, this is the guy who sang. Fireboy. Okay.
Yeah,
I like it.
You got it.
So it's a big win for Africa. Yeah.
Yes, a
Kudos
big win for Nigeria,
yeah.
but we are part of the African
You know,
community.
but you know what the issue. So while a lot of African musicians are trying to copy Western stuff, the Westerners are
They're doing
that.
that.
Let's come and do something.
So all this
so
Afro beats and Afro pop is really quite popular.
Okay, so there's this guy who had come in. He's coming from the diaspora. I don't know if you saw that video going around somewhere during the week, and then he was upset that I've come to Ghana and I expect to listen to proper Ghanaian music. All I keep hearing is I'm a piano. He says they are playing only piano songs in the clubs and everywhere he goes. He doesn't hear any proper Ghanaian music.
But it's a trend now. It's a trend.
Why is
I'm
he
a piano.
upset?
It's African
now
music.
It's global music.
So,
African music has broken boundaries. It has, crossed rivers and oceans, and it's everywhere now.
So he got his fair share of the trolls. If you want to listen to Ghanaian music, you can hear Ghanaian music. Don't come
it's all around.
patronize.
And there was a time when Osibisa was like reigning, and all the music people were listening to was from Osibisa and Ghanaians and things.
So yeah.
So
maybe he wanted a bit more of an Osibisa.
He should create his own music.
or the band that we have in the studio.
He should go on Audio Man. YouTube, yes.
Compose your own thing.
Don't come and sit up.
When I heard Davido singing that was awesome. I mean, let's learn to appreciate, let's celebrate everything African, and let's all be excited that good things are happening for Africans around the world. That's your classic act, huge British star, and so I mean, Nigeria to the world, Africa to the world. We are happy, we're excited. What we are not happy about is that Mohammed Kudus is likely to miss AFCON. That's a very sad trend, because he may be out for the international tournament. Influential Black Stars midfielder Kudus is likely to miss the African Cup of Nations tournament next year. He's said to be out of the game for a while due to a rib injury he picked up while on international duty with Ghana. So according to officials from Ajax, the injury is expected to sideline him till the end of the year. And the Ajax coach has come out to say that it's quite a serious injury, so he needs to take the time off. They've done some scans and they don't think he'll be able to make AFCON. So quite sad.
Ribs while playing for Ghana.
Quite sad.
I should say somebody give up during some corner kick.
We're already looking forward to winning our first title in many years with the Black Stars.
We go win.
So Mohamed Kudus damaged his ribs while playing for Ghana in November. Ajax paying for treatment. Ghana named him in AFCON squad, but he isn't fully fit, so Ajax want him to stay. Ghana is expected to agree decision with Ajax that will put Kudus' health first. hopefully no acrimony. So we are looking at missing him potentially for the AFCON, and that makes us really, really sad.
Next time you shouldn't put the flag on the ground. We don't like that.
More tweets that have come in. We really have to give Mohamed Kudus all the time he needs to get back to full fitness. I can understand the Black Stars technical team was hopeful Kudus will get fit along the way for some AFCON games, but not this time, please. Hopefully this is sorted out nicely. Do you get a sense that there's a bit of a back and forth between the Black Stars handlers and the handlers at Ajax? Because it sounds from the tone of the tweets that we are reading so far that there's a little bit of tension.
In fact, the European managers are not happy that our AFCON is happening in January, because they said that the agreement was that, oh, this was going to happen in June, and all of a sudden they brought it to January. But listen, they should leave us alone. If we decide that our AFCON is in January, our AFCON is in January. Nobody should mess with the way we do our
because AFCON was supposed to have been in 2021 anyway, and now it's in 2022, even though it's still being called Cameroon 2021, like the Tokyo Olympics, which happened this year, but it was called the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. So the coach of Ajax has made it clear the club would not be willing to have Kudus Mohamed leave for AFCON 2020. The midfielder got injured in Ghana's World Cup qualifier against South Africa in November and is expected to resume training in January. So a slow start. Sport injuries are quite tricky. Sometimes you get off to a recovery, and then if you don't take things slowly, you may be set back even more, several more
weeks. You are a football woman. Is he a main man for Ajax?
So I'm looking at the position that he will play for the midfielder, and I mean, hop on to GTV Sports Plus, because they are the authentic sports hub for the whole country. I'm looking at the other players that are in the midfield squad, and I don't know if we will miss him per se, but perhaps the sports commentators will be better placed to offer further advice on this. Maybe we should get Benjamin Willie Graham on the phone and the other amazing guys at Sports Plus, Gloria and the team. I don't want to believe that he would be missed, especially this early in the game. So
take the guru crown.
Well, I try.
Over here, you are a sports
analyst.
Guru.
Okay.
So, yeah. I don't want to believe there are other amazing players
Madam, you are a guru. Accept it.
Category. Thank you.
Over here.
Thank you.
There
are other amazing players in that category, and I wouldn't want to think that this early in the game, it would be a big change for Ghana. Remember that the list that was issued or put out by Milovan Vajvat, coach for the Black Stars, it was a provisional list. So there was always the potential that some people's names were going to be missing from the final list that would be issued. So hopefully we can wrap. Yeah. We can rally around and just
see why you are a sports analyst.
You see why you are a
sports analyst.
Sports analyst.
Okay, cool. So another big blow, especially if you are Kasatu Forcing or you're a friend of his or related to him in any way. He's been indicted for allegedly causing financial loss to the state.
Okay.
So willfully causing financial losses is becoming more and more popular. Let me get you the details in 2 seconds. So we all know who Kasatu Forcing is, and this charge of causing financial loss, I'm sure is going to go to the special prosecutor if need be. And the matter has to do with the purchase of some 200 ambulances for the country between 2014 and 2016. So former Deputy Minister of Finance, Dr. Kasatu Forcing, and two others have been dragged to court for allegedly causing financial loss of 2.37 million euros to the state in a deal to purchase some 200 ambulances. He is also the NDC Member of Parliament for Ejumako Enyanisiam and the ranking member of the Finance Committee of Parliament, and he is in court with Sylvester Anemana, a former Chief Director of the Ministry of Health, and Richard Jakpa, a businessman. You think we'll get our money back if he's found guilty?
Well, looking at all the things that are contributing to these kind of decisions, we see. I mean, so when is the first day in court?
So this one, they were in court yesterday,
okay.
And the Attorney General, let's see when the case has been adjourned. I'm trying to think sometime next month, when the Christmas festivities are over. But the Attorney General is taking lead on this one. So let's see if they are able to make a case and get a conviction if it's found that these allegations are true, because all persons are considered innocent until proven guilty. Okay? All right. So it's time for us to take a quick break, but we want to engage across our social media platforms. We're streaming live on Facebook. We are also on YouTube, and you can get us on Instagram and also on Twitter. Send your messages across to us on our WhatsApp number 055-55-61034, and also let us know how you intend to spend your Christmas festivities. If you've ever been to the Masquerade Festival in the Western region, what were your impressions? I love the color and the energy and the months and months of preparations, making the costumes, rehearsing, standing on those stilts high up there in the air. I don't know if any of you have seen that. Oh my! Yeah. Were you also afraid of them as a child,
yes,
Valerie?
Yes.
I would run and hide under the bed. And this was at Colegono. So some of my brothers and sisters, my cousins, would be out there playing. Then someone would shout, "Hey, Masimbai!" Then everybody would leg it and go and run under the bed. Did you have similar experiences? Share your stories with us. What's your most memorable Christmas? We're talking all things Christmas today, but we are also looking into our local governance structure, because Christmas will come and go, but the structures will remain in place. So as we play, we also think and we think of working hard. We'll take a break, and when we return, the conversation on remittances, scams, and how you can protect yourselves will be on with Valerie. Stay with us.
Christmas, there is just one thing I need, and I don't care about the presents.
ingredients. Lufat is a brand of anti-malarial you can trust from the market leaders. Lufat is Tobinco's premium gift to Africa against malaria. Guess what? Lufat was further endorsed as a production of the year at the Ghana Farmer Awards 2021. And these people are making our show possible. We are live on Facebook as the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, live on YouTube as the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. So we are going to be having a conversation around remittances. You know, at this time of the year, hundreds of billions of US dollars, pounds, euros, and all of those currencies are sent every day to business partners, families, and friends and loved ones. So world remittance is a globally accepted, and it is making great impact both locally and internationally. However, scammers are now using dubious ways, and this is becoming not only a Ghanaian problem but a global problem. So thousands have fallen victims, and we are going to discuss how we can identify remittance scams. So joining me to have this conversation, I have the CEO of CyberGH, David Jedu, who is no stranger to this set. Hi, Jedu.
Great.
David, good morning.
Good morning.
How does Christmas look for you?
Oh, great, and we are in it, so we will celebrate it.
You celebrate it on a cool note.
Very cool note.
Are you getting any monies from family, friends from outside Ghana?
I'm now waiting for.
You're now waiting for it, right?
So if you are watching me, maybe you can also join that.
Okay. Let's get right into our conversation.
Sure.
What would you, from where you stand as an expert when it comes to cybersecurity, what would you define online scam as, and how can you identify these?
All right, thank you very much, and let me use great opportunity to say good morning and Merry Christmas to our viewers here in Ghana and outside the world. When we talk about online scams, we are looking at the dubious means and activities that these fraudsters or hackers do on the internet. And today we're looking at remittances, as you rightly introduced it. It's an accepted form or act of making payments. It just means sending back money. So when you have family, friends abroad, they want to send back money to the country or local country, they can use the word remit to send it. But now the fraudsters and scammers are using that wrongly to dupe you and are here in Ghana or anywhere in the world. So that's what we are going to look at. So what remittances is an accepted and well international accepted business, something that we do, but the scammers and the fraudsters are using it wrongly to affect many innocent people who try to engage in this activities.
Okay. So how does online payment fraud, how does it look like? How do we identify that?
All right, great. So one of the things that you should always look for when it comes to these word remitters, normally you'll be there and they will send you messages or through email, Facebook, or your social media handles, and they can tell you that you know what, when you give them 100 cedis, they can double up, or they can add 0 to any amount that you give them. So if you are giving them 500 cedis, they promise to make it 5,000. If you are giving them 150, they are promised to give you 1,500. And you ask yourself, what kind of business are they doing with that 100 cedis that they will make it 1,000 cedis for you?
Yeah.
Right. So they will tell you that it's an international business. So you know, when things like this come, is something in the system for long, but people don't normally read about it well. So their understanding about remittances is quite low. So people then try to use that as an advantage to do people. So they will say, okay, World Remit is an international business whereby they are helping people. So drop in this amount and let's help you with that amount. So then they provide you a link, then you go in to register. Apparently that link that they provide is a phishing link. Everything there, they are there to harvest your information. Yep. So when you are trying to put in your email, you put in your password. Apparently that same details you are using for your email, and you have also used the same email for your social media account. So that is even the basis of this social media account hacking. So from there, they can use the same information they had from you while they were harvesting that details to hack you or access other accounts. So that is one of the things that they do. And you know, sometimes, you know, when you talk about the word remit, we have we can do that through Momo, we can do that through bank transfer and other platforms. So they use that also as an advantage. So like Momo, they will tell you that, okay, there's this word remit going on, so they will try to help you get money from maybe a family and friends. So they will assist you go through some process. The minute that you start that process with them, believe in me, you would never end without you not losing your money.
Okay. How do these scammers, how do they identify their targets? How do they identify the people that they scam? Is it just random, or they have certain things they look out for, or we give them information willingly? How do they get information?
Thank you very much. So when we talk about hacking for the first time, we always talk about something we call reconnaissance or information gathering. Before I play an attack on you, I have to gather information. The way they get access of our information, they are quite a lot, or get to know who their victims are, they are quite a lot. Social media, maybe you've ever posted a picture of maybe a family friend or a member of your family living abroad, or you've ever tweeted or made comment that should tell that someone is living abroad, or even sometimes they come to your DM and look at your friends that are not in the country. So maybe they know, oh, you normally vibe with this person. When you post, there's this person who always come and comment positively. Then that means there's some kind of relationship between you and that person. And when they should check on the person is also in Germany or US or outside. So okay, then this person is someone that he or she can really help you when it comes to this time. So they will use that as an advantage then to reach out to you and use that. So normally it's from the social media, and sometimes it's randomly they contact you, and the first thing that they do is normally they use social engineering attacks, and that is just to play your mind.
They use what? Social engineering attacks. What's that?
So social engineering attack is quite simple. This time around we are not using technology, but we are using you. We are trying to hack you, the person. So they use that. They call you something. That's also simulation. So they call you just to get your mind. So they are playing mind games with you. So this one, there's no hacking, there's no technology involved, but they are hacking you yourself, the person. So they're trying to get information out of you. So I can just call you, oh, Valerie, my name is David, I'm calling from maybe A and B bank, knowing that you definitely save at the bank. So when I call you, based on your reactions, I'll know that no, this is working or that's not working. Then I'll try to shift in other things that will work. So it's a mind game that they play on us sometimes, aside them getting the information from the social media handles. Sometimes they use those small social engineering attacks on us.
Okay, so from your outfit, have you had somebody coming or call on you that they've lost their money, and if they do, can you get your remittance back?
Thank you very much. So yes, daily, every day, or let's say maybe 3 times in a week, we have people who reach out to us that they have been scammed through this word remit, and most of them is through the links they send to them. They will be on a platform and someone will just come and post with a lot of messages that, you know what, someone has just won, someone just placed in 100 CDs and 1,000 CDs, 150, 1,500, so you can also join. And you know, they think that it's a business that they can also join. So then they follow up. The time they follow up, the initial process, they will tell them is free, but when you start registering, then they ask you to make some payments. After payment, they will start then tossing up and down. Then you see that no, where you are getting to is very serious. Then you see you've been duped. So most of the times on our social media handles, especially WhatsApp, now when they hack your WhatsApp, it's 2 things that they do. Either they send you about this fake word remittances scams and those things, or they try to use your account to hack someone. So we should be very careful when it comes to this word remittance. The word remittance is just sending money from abroad to your local country. So it's not about a business that you are going to put in 100 CDs, you are going to get 1,000 back. There's no system that works like that. Sometimes they will tell that they are investing in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a digital currency, and if you should check the way Bitcoin or blockchain works, it doesn't work that way. When you invest, you see if it's dipping or it's pumping, then you monitor it. But this time around, you are not, they even promise you 15 minutes, 25 minutes, 35 minutes. Which business would they do with such an amount?
So basically, we shouldn't be gullible when we get messages like that on our WhatsApp.
Yes, please.
But have you had instances where people have gotten their monies back? Is that possible? If you are scammed, can you get it back, your remittance?
It depends. It depends, because most times what happens is the numbers that they use, it's fake. So sometimes they will register it. So what happens is you might track it, but you end up reaching out the wrong person. So they will use fake identity to register those details. So at the end of it, you might not get the real the person who committed that fraud, but you land at the innocent person who doesn't know anything about it,
sure.
because they know what they are doing is a scam, and they know that they can be tracked. So what they do is they try to make sure they use fake identities to get it. So the red flag here is that we have to be very careful when it comes to the certain.
Right.
Yeah.
So on a scale of 0 to 10, how many people do you get calling you, maybe in a week, that they have been scammed online when it comes to their monies? Yeah.
Okay, for
remittance scam.
Remittance scam, let's say 4 out of 10.
Wow.
4 out of 10, yeah.
In a week?
Yeah, in a week.
Amazing, amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so are there any safer ways to send monies and remittances and to avoid getting scammed?
Yes, there are so many safe ways that we can do. We can do bank transfer. You should know that it takes time, but it works. Bank transfer, you can do bank transfer. Even the World Remit, you can go to that platform. You can also send money through there. And even Momo, you can also use Momo. Some of the Momo to work, you can also use that. So there are so many ways that you can send money from abroad to Ghana.
Right. Legally, if you're able to, maybe somebody scams you, is there a way to go through the legal means to get your monies back?
Yes, there are so many legal ways. So what you have to do is, the first thing is you have to report to the police.
When you realize you're scammed?
Yes, so you report to the police. Then you follow up. The issue will be sent to the cybercrime department in Ghana Police. Then they have the digital forensics lab. Then they will start to work on it. That's where we have our dear my dad, Dr. Herbert Yankson, who is the director in charge of the cybercrime department. Good morning, Daddy. So he's in charge of there. So they will go through the lab, make sure that they are trying to go get the court order, make sure they track the number. If possible, they can make an arrest. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, another question that baffles us is, how are these scammers able to intercept the monies from one country, that's been sent from one country to the other? How do they do that?
All right, so thank you very much. So they do that. Sometimes we do transfer money through unsecured channel. You know, when I want to make payment, we have secure channels and unsecured channels.
Which are the unsecured ones?
So unsecured channels are what we are talking about. You know, the internet works through protocols. So we are looking at about the HTTP. That's the hypertext transfer protocol. But we have this one, the secure one. That is the secure hypertext transfer protocol. Why is that secure? Because that is encrypted. So every packet that is going there is encrypted. So if I'm sending my details as maybe BSCJ123, it doesn't go as BSCJ123, but it's been encrypted and has been changed to different format that makes no meaning to the mind to understand. It's only the decrypting key that can be used to decrypt it. So when you use that, you are somehow safe. So that is a secure channel. And most times too, you know, we learned sending the money to the wrong person, not using the right system. So there might be a right system from the word remit, but now the scammers will now use those social engineering attacks to play your mind and give you a different link of which you make the payments to a different account or a different payment system. That it doesn't go through the right process. So at the end of it, the bank or the from the receiving end will never receive it. So we have to be very careful about that. So most of the times it's about the redirecting links that they do send to us. There's the original link there, but this time around they have sent you a new link that you don't know. Seems quite similar. Sometimes, yes, sometimes the difference might be even when you have a site like Amazon, we all know it's AMAZON, but now the O there becomes 0. You think it's the same Amazon. So ZON becomes Z0N. And you think it's the same Amazon, but whilst not, sometimes it might be just dot that redirects the link. So we always say we have to inspect the link, and inspecting the links, we have to make sure that we are taking attention to everything there. If I'm transacting something with GBC, I should know that it's gbc.com, but not gbc.com- something. You should note that. If you're able to check those things, I think you'll be on a safer side.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, David, so at this time of the year, this season, when everybody's having fun and making jolly, who are the targets specifically that these fraudsters target? Who is at risk the most?
So now they are targeting the people who try to make online payments, try to buy things online. You know, this Christmas, most of the companies are trying to do a flash up like the 50% discount, 20% discount. So you might see a genuine link there, 50%, 20% discount. Then they also clone a website, then try to also do those promotion with a different link. Then you land over to that fake site, make payment, and it doesn't go to the right company. Then it goes to the wrong hands and they take your money. So we have to be very careful when we are making this online payment, especially when you want to buy something online this festive season. And also the links that they send to us. I have a website that we can use to check for links. That is 75% true. Sometimes the hackers have ways that they can flag that website down. That is www.virustotal. Virus Total.
As in virus,
yes,
VIRUS, Virus Total.
Total, yes.
.com.
Okay. So when you get there, you have a portion whereby you add your URL or the link.
Okay.
So you can just get there and do it.
Yeah, let me try it now. So
Virus Total. So you watching us too can also do same.
Okay. So if you are watching us, you might want to try it now.
Yeah. It's very good site for you to check those things. Sometimes the links that you see there are fake. Virus Total.
Okay. Who's checking with me? .com.
Yeah, .com.
Okay, dokes. Okay, so let's see what comes up.
Yeah. So then that time you might have received a link.
Okay, so I don't know if we're able to, but there's Virus Total and there's file.
Yeah, so go to the URL.
Yeah,
great.
Okay.
Now see the search there.
Yes.
Yeah, right. So now the link that you receive, you put in the link there. You copy the link and put it there. So when you copy the link and put it there, if that link has any form of malicious code embedded, then this site will flag it up. Yeah.
I'm hoping my cameras will be able to catch it. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the search engine.
Yeah.
So it comes up, and then so whichever link you got, you put it
in
here.
There. If there's kind of any malicious code behind it, it will just come up here.
Yeah, so there it is. Yeah. And so that's the search engine. This is where you put in the link you receive, and then if it's a false link, what happens?
You see red incoming.
Okay,
so the writings will be red. Some of them will be, so sometimes you might even see the first page, phishing, then you see red flag. You have to go through. If you should see any red flag, that means that site has got some kind of malicious embedment in there. So you have to be very careful. Sometimes even the link that we click, you can just click on a link, and that is all for me. I just get access of your device that you are using. That's all. Just the click. So you have to be very careful this Christmas.
Okay. So in wrapping up, tell us, how should customers, business owners, how should we keep safe?
All right, thank you. So to keep safe whilst you are doing online transactions, we do encourage you to do online transactions or purchase products online, but you have to be very careful. Whilst you are trying to pay or do online transactions, there are some certain things you have to be very careful, you have to check out for. One of those things that you have to check for is you have to always make sure that the link that you are using is secure. Also make sure that you have padlock or it's HTTPS on there. Make sure that there's an address that you can call, or there's a telephone number there, there's a physical address or a physical location that you can really check out for when there's any false or there's any alarm that you could see over there. And try to also go on their social media platform, go and read their reviews, their comments, to see what people are saying about the business, and try to also make sure that the business is authentic. You can go to Google and research about the business or the platform you want to do the transaction with, and I think that could help you. And most especially have to be very careful about the links the links that you click, especially this Christmas festivity. You receive a lot of links. You have to be very careful about that. And the best advice I can give you this morning is always make sure you treat your password like the way you treat your Andy. Check them often. Change your password often. Yeah, that would help you.
I like that. Change your passwords often. Thank you, David, for coming through with this conversation. So we've been having a conversation on remittances scam, and David Jedu, the CEO of CyberGH, has been helping us have this conversation. And one thing I am taking home is that if you get a link and you're not sure if it's a correct link or a fraudulent link, all you need to go is log on to www.virustotal.com. We just demonstrated it, and then you put in the link that you received, and then if it's a false or fraudulent link, you see a red, anything red that comes up tells you that that is a fraudulent link. And so that's how our conversation of remittances scam has been summed up. And thank you, David, again. The show is made possible by Awake Purified Water, Shield, Acrylic Pink, Adonco Next Level Energy Drink, Airtel Tigo, Cheesy Pizza, and look, still to come, we're going to have the newspaper. We're going to discuss what's trending on the newspapers with T and her ladies are going to do that. We're going to have a conversation on the devolution of power, building a robust local government authority. We're going to be looking at Christmas lights and the festivities. We're going to be going to the bus terminals to look at how crowded or not they are. But coming up, we're going to have a quick break with some soothing music from our in-house band. It's coming up pretty shortly. Here we are.
GBC Studio One. This is the Breakfast Show. Coming live from the capital. This is the Breakfast Show.
Good morning.
It's a good morning, and we serve you breakfast.
Not just any breakfast.
Sizzling healthy.
And there's much more on offer on GTV Breakfast.
So what's your pleasure than Votras here at that time of the morning?
You want it served buffet style, complimentary breakfast?
On-site restaurant.
Or room service.
We've got you covered.
From Monday to Friday at 6 a.m.
With a trusted team.
So never skip breakfast.
On GTV Breakfast. Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It's a good morning, and we serve you breakfast.
Not just any breakfast.
Sizzling healthy.
Yeah, all the time. Okay, let's take a peek. I brought my spine.
There are certain things that we do to help the children with their brushing.
And there's much more on offer on GTV Breakfast.
You want it served buffet style,
On-site restaurant.
complimentary breakfast?
Half of your plate should be vegetables. So in my lifetime, I haven't seen Ghana Black Stars win an African Cup.
Can I show what is written on the box?
Yes, definitely.
Where's the
Just
camera?
stand and turn.
So what's your pleasure than Votras here at that time of the morning? So never skip breakfast.
On GTV Breakfast.
From Monday to Friday at 6 a.m.
We've got you covered with a trusted team.
Always come prepared.
This advert is brought to you by the Ghana AIDS Commission and Ghana Health Service.
Every day he has a drink filled with malt. Every day he has a drink filled with malt and milk. Every day he has a drink filled with malt, milk, and cocoa. Every day he needs the nutritious goodness of Milo. Milo, the energy to go further. This advert is FDA approved.
All SIM cards in Ghana must be registered again with only the Ghana card. Yes, only the Ghana card.
You will not be able to make voice calls, use mobile money services, internet, and all other services linked to your SIM card if you don't.
To register, dial *404# and follow the prompts. You will be required to send the following details on your Ghana card: Ghana card number, surname, first name, date of birth, and sex.
You will then receive a special code which you will present to your nearest service provider agent or customer care center for your biometric details to be captured. Remember to add your digital address.
Dial *404# on your phone to start registering your SIM card today.
For more information, contact your service provider on 100 or the National Communications Authority on toll-free number 0800 110622. Register your SIM card to stay connected.
to break for sure. Dancers for free. Sunemo boni amaye bedi wo Asana bo do ye way eya fa metekete paso bedi wo sunemo boni amaye benomi wo Odoi mi kaiseni aguye dena ye kuntokwa wasiempo na baby amikoena mikai wabana bidiare oh Odoi mi kaiseni aguye dena ye kuntokwa wasiempo na baby amikoena mikai wabana bidiare Paso na dimi kwa bosunemu boni ya mai menu mi wo I masana bodo yewe eya fami to paso na dimi bosunemu boni ya mai menu mi na mi die afankume odo yewe odo masana bo Masana Bodo. Yeah. Dancers for free. Kwa wasempo na baby amikoena mikaraba na midia rewo Masana bodo yewe fami to kese paso na dimi kwa bosunemo boni amaye menu mi wo I masana bodo yewe eya fami to kese paso Nadi wasunemu boni amaye benomi manami diye afankume odo yewe odo masana bo odo yewe mi diye odo masana bo mono day. For wako mama mo midie. Says it wako mama musume wa peta mount by. Oh yeah no concept that's so don't need one on your cry ebe. Yeti me get break and they would don't see monsurori. Oh wumpa mi nyubo. Oh wumpa mi nyubo. Oh wumpa mi nyubo. Oh wumpa mi nyubo. I want some yeah myself not for one kuma mami kuto. I want some yeah myself not for one kuma mami kuto. If I want kuma mambo, if I want kuma mambo, if I want kuma mama, na 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 na, yeah baby. Yes I baby.
We are having a huge Christmas bash in the studio. Christmas Eve is tonight, and we want to put you in a very festive spirit. But as we celebrate, as we go out there, we want to keep safe. And it's a key story in the papers today. The Daily Graphic is leading with a story on safety during the Yuletide. And I am at the desk with my two strong ladies. Right next to me is Ellen Amadeko, NPP National Women's Organizer hopeful and a member of the NPP Communications team. Ellen, welcome and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you and to our viewers. It's been an interesting year.
Eventful, very. Yeah. Okay. Next to her, Hajia Hamdat Ibrahim, former acting chairperson, CPP, and potentially presidential candidate.
Yeah.
Hajia
for 2024.
Barka. What is Christmas? I'll just say Barka.
No, you see, there's nothing wrong with us wishing you
Oh, Merry Christmas, because you normally wish us Eid Mubarak and other things, so I'm not sure there's anything.
So then, because today is Friday, it's Juma Mubarak.
Juma Mubarak, yes, thank you.
Thank you. Welcome, ladies. We're going to be looking into the stories in the headlines, in the papers. Graphic is leading with "Stay Safe Christmas Festivities," and it has the pictures of the Right Reverend Professor J.O.Y. Mante, moderator of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. Also, Most Reverend Philip Name, President of the Catholic Bishop Conference, Apostle Eric Nyameche, Chairman of the Church of Pentecost, and of course, my own Presiding Bishop, the Most Reverend Dr. Paul Boafo, Presiding Bishop of the Methodist Church Ghana. Good morning to all these eminent gentlemen. And they are all calling on us to stay safe during the Christmas festivities. And the story, religious leaders have urged Ghanaians to stay safe and be cautious during the celebrations this Yuletide to avoid a fourth wave of the COVID-19 pandemic as the Omicron variant surges. They said the pandemic is still lingering, and the gift people could give one another was to be responsible for themselves and others by ensuring that they observed the protocols during gatherings. Ghanaians should also get vaccinated against the disease in order to prevent its spread, thereby exhibiting true love. In addition, they said Ghanaians should celebrate Christmas by putting aside their differences and live in harmony by coexisting peacefully for the smooth growth and development of the country. The religious leaders gave the advice in separate Christmas messages to the Graphic, and they've captured the list of all of them in that story. And so COVID-19 still very, very real. Christmas also real. Celebrations also very, very likely, and we are being urged to keep safe. I've introduced my guests. Ellen and Haja are here, and I'll pick your thoughts on this. I think it's a crucial call at a crucial time.
Yes, a very important call. But since we are here, let me take the opportunity to wish, the most important man in my life, my father, Kwesia Santideku, of Kaswa American Town Church. Now he's retired, so he's now a church elder. American Town SDA Church. He's watching me this morning. Daddy, I'm so grateful for everything. It's not been an easy year. As I speak right now, he's doing, taking care of my sons for me because I have to be out and about. So when you have an excellent father like this, you have to appreciate him. So Merry Christmas, Daddy. And Merry Christmas to Kweku and Kweju. I love you all. Yes. So I have my three strong men together this morning, and they're watching me. Okay. So I just want to appreciate them for all that they do for me, because you need family to be able to do what we do. And then, of course, a Merry Christmas to all my female communicators, my co-communicators in the MPP. It's not been an easy year for us, but God has seen us through. About the safety issues, as much as I'm excited that it's Christmas, there's a break, we can rest. I'm also a bit, how do I put it? I'm not too comfortable because I know we are going to misbehave on the roads. All of us. After our conference in Kumasi, when I was coming back, I could see that this was a prelude to what we were going to do when it's time for Christmas. The drivers, everybody was misbehaving. The commercial drivers were misbehaving. The private drivers were misbehaving. Everybody. There's so much traffic, especially the Kumasi crowd. And I can imagine that today is going to be extra. Last hour. So if we all do not follow the rules, and all of us want to use the shoulders of the road, we'll all go and converge at one point. And nobody goes. And so you are stuck in traffic 3, 4, 5 hours at Konongo. At when you come to the bit, the Achin area.
My geography is so bad.
Along the route, you start from Kumasi, Konongo, there's an issue. Before you get to Lindado, there's an issue. Before you get to along all the way to Accra. All because we are all disciplined. 2 weeks ago, the IGP arrested somebody for, is it 2 or 3 weeks ago, for a road traffic offense. Then it was realized that the car he was using is a V8, but it is registered under a smaller car. So I beg everybody, we don't want any issues. Every year we'll come and sit here, we'll beg, and we'll go and misbehave. Then I come to our commercial drivers, those who use the Sprinter. As for that car, it's a death trap. I don't see why people still use it. On that route, I have gotten out of Sprinters on that route. You know, I'm from here, I'm going to Kwa. I can get down at the overspeed, and I get down at Achimota. I pick another one. By the time I get to Nkoko, I am down. Because the way they would overtake, and I heard it's a competition between them when they are on the route and a brother is in front of her. Somebody has to overtake somebody so that they are picking passengers. The passengers you are picking, you are going to kill them. So I beg them. And the passengers too. When you are getting into a car, watch the car you get. We are in a hurry to go. So any car, we just jump into it. Some of the cars, you look at the tires, the car is slanted at an angle. The car, you can see that this is a death trap. The guy is speeding. And then when one person is bold enough to say it, the rest will jump on the person. I keep on saying that I'd rather be an alive witch than to be a dead one, because everybody call you a witch because you can see what will happen.
So you are a witch anyway.
Yes.
So better.
So you better tell them, because some of the passengers to keep quiet.
Sure.
It's as if they are scared to tell the drivers what is wrong with them. I don't know what they are doing to check whether the drivers are not on drugs, they are not on alcohol, they are not drinking things they shouldn't be drinking before they sit behind it. We have to check, because these are the ones who are killing us. And then those who drive late in the night. I'm talking about those who are coming from the north through Kintampo. Every year, Kintampo has gained a bad name for being the hotbed of accidents, because by the time people get there, they are tired.
There was a call during the week that I saw on one of the online platforms asking for drivers who travel long distances
to take a rest,
to take a rest, and to have even two drivers on board, so that when one person is tired, the other person could come on to take over and ferry the bus safely to the destination. Is that something that you find crucial?
Yeah, good morning, Thelma, and then Helen, good morning. You look gorgeous. And good morning to our cherished viewers out there. The religious leaders' call is in the right direction, because I think we are in a festive mood. I wish all my brothers and sisters, the Christians, incident-free festive mood, because whether we like it or not, it is a bit scary when it gets to Christmas. And I would like to wish my Muslim brothers Jumma Mubarak. Thelma, when I was coming this morning, I was telling my daughter in the car, you see, normally these long trucks, the container one, those that put the container onto it, is that a load or payload or something? They'll be driving in between smaller cars. So I was telling her, in other jurisdictions, they rather use the outer lane. But in this case, when they go up north or Kumasi or wherever to offload the things, the way they speed, it's a bit dangerous. So I think the police, we have to applaud the police, Thelma, as early as 6 o'clock they are on the road, just to direct traffic and look at what people are doing on our roads. We need an incident-free Christmas. We shouldn't always become apprehensive when it's getting to Christmas. Be careful, don't drive this way. But it is not even only Christmas that you have to take care of yourself. Somebody said the whole year is maybe Salah for me or Christmas for you, because you have to take care of yourself, take care of your environment, and then your health is very, very important. So why should you go and sit in a vehicle that has is it the axles or something bent? And I wonder how the sort of transport from maybe here to the north or not to the south, because you see a nice car being stopped by the police, but this kind of cars with the charcoal from a front planes, you see they are bent like this, but they are allowed to continue the journey. When we're coming, they will say this also kind much, but the bigger one, a bit Kia, a smaller one, loaded. I don't know what it was, just meandering through the bongo.
I think there's a vehicle called the bongo.
Through the traffic like this. And then when we got to Ofankor barrier, where John Tay is, he sped And then before he realized there was a car between in front, then he has to swerve this way. So I was telling my daughter, if the weights were to be too much, the car could have you see. So I think we should be very, very careful. I don't know why sometimes we behave, excuse me, like animals. We have to be reminded of what we should be doing. If you crash, when you crash now, either you are hurt or you die. You either hurt yourself or you die. We see accidents occur, and then the level of injury, the person becomes a burden to society and the family, because it's not everybody who will have time to sit and be taking care of somebody who cannot do anything because of the accident he or she got. So I think we should be very careful. We should be mindful of the way we drive. The drivers too should be careful. Passengers who have been calling their fellow passengers witches because they have complained they should repent, because that repent. This is the time for us to repent, because it is not fair, and it is true. And in fact, those who too are preaching in the cars too, at times they disturb too much. Look at this, the car you mentioned, 207, the Sprinter. It's not spacious, but you'll be sitting, you the one in front, the last before the driver mate, then there's somebody there shouting. You see, and it is allowed, and it is all danger to us because of this COVID.
The protocols appear to have taken a back seat,
of course,
at most gatherings,
of course.
And as we're heading into the Christmas festivities, the key call from the leaders of the religious groups is for people to be safe.
Of course.
There's also because of all the shopping that we are doing, the FDA is also making a key call and telling us to be mindful of the expiry dates of products that we buy. It's another story captured on the front page of the Daily Graphic. It's on page 16. Let me see if I can get a few sentences of that story. The Food and Drugs Authority has called the public to look out for expiry date of products as they shop for Christmas. The state agency responsible for the inspection, certification and proper distribution of foods and food products as well as drugs in the country said the consuming public needed to be on the lookout and be aware of the dangers of unwholesome products on the market. They were speaking to journalists on the sidelines of a festival of 9 lessons and carols that the staff organized in Tema yesterday. And the chief executive, the CEO, Mrs. Delise Mimidako, addressed that gathering, and she made that key call. So we're going around, it's almost Christmas, buying all kinds of goods, and very few people remember to check the date to see if the product is safe enough for consumption.
Just go around the big shops in Accra, just Accra, the malls and what have you. You can see reduce to clear, reduce sales, and so on and so. Check the expiring date. Maybe you go and see that maybe milk, they have reduced it. Maybe if it's 3 cedis, it's now 2 cedis. Then you buy about 100 and go and put it. You see, forgetting that by the time you consume the 100 you have bought,
would have expired.
It would have been expired. So people should be very careful.
Okay.
And then, you know, Thelma, if it's about 3 months to the expiring, we have people in society, destitute people who cannot even afford. You've made profit from January to November. You cannot just take those items and go donate for people to eat. But you want to rather sell it, and then innocently somebody will go and buy about the 100 that I'm saying, thinking that he or she can consume it because it's cheap. We have to be very careful with the goods that we buy on the shelves especially. But how many people have the knowledge of maybe checking?
Exactly.
And so that is why it is important. The FDA have spoken about it. If we also have the opportunity, we should also be talking to our people. If we are going to the market, you're sending your daughter or son to buy something, since he or she can read, please check the expiring dates.
Okay. Helen, do we chastise companies and sellers enough for knowingly selling unwholesome goods to members of the public who may be unsuspecting?
Well,
because that's what will deter people from doing that.
Because at this time, you know, a lot of companies reduce their goods. I mean, they started not even at this time. Some started a month ago,
Black
2
Friday.
months ago. Yes. So people will buy it in bulk, especially those who are going to do the retail. So it is our duty as customers, and by law, the person going to buy, you the one going to buy, you are also mandated to be careful. So we have something that's called buyer beware. So you have to also be careful, because when you finish buying it and you send it home, sometimes it's difficult to return it. So we have to check for expiry dates, dates of production, all that. Some people also, they scrape it off. When they know it's time, then they'll use all manner of things to take it off. So when you're buying any item and there's no expiry date, there's no date of production, I don't see why you should buy. You should demand it, and if possible, report to the FDA. Now the FDA has made it so easy to report things. You can do it on Facebook, you can do it with their toll-free number. So let's just take an interest. I believe the state agencies are doing everything possible to get us to report. But if you don't report, they don't know what to do. I just read this morning or heard that they are also cautioning us on the dye people put in the palm oil.
So some women were brought to court this week. About 4 or 5 of them.
If you are not a wicked human being, why will you put dye in food for people to go and eat?
To give it a red color.
Must it be red? Everybody knows the color of palm oil, and that's all part of the things I'm saying. I mean, you bought palm oil all your life. A lot of us use palm oil for everything. So if you are going to buy palm oil and the color is like what is on your head, nothing tells you that there's something wrong with this palm oil.
Me tell me, anytime I sit on some TV station, I ask myself whether we are real Muslims and Christians in this country, because majority of us are religious. We don't behave as such, because putting dye in food for people to consume, I don't think is the best. You are killing the person softly, and that shall not kill. Why should you do that?
Bicarbonate, whatever that they use to ripen plantain and banana. So you realize that some children eat banana and they have allergic reactions. It's because we are forcing the banana to ripen and the plantain. So it's not just those who are selling palm oil.
Yeah,
every one of
in
us
my backyard,
in our little corner is being corrupt, and we all will get up. Today is 24th. Tomorrow we'll go to church.
Oh, this night.
Tonight
and we
will join our brothers and sisters in the Seventh-day Adventist Church who already go on Saturday. So tomorrow I can imagine the whole of Ghana, 70%, or the Christians are how many?
About 60%, about 20% Muslim
thank
population.
You. So over 70%
traditional and the rest
of us will be in church tomorrow. Tonight to tomorrow, we'll finish, and on Monday we'll come and sell goods that are expired. Come and sell goods that we have put dye in. We come and sell goods for people's children to go and eat and get into the hospital. And then when we get up, you be on the politician.
Well, so key calls for us as we head into the heat of the Christmas festivities. Today, some people call it rush hour. So it's the last opportunity for some who do not live or who do not live in their home regions to make a dash back to family, friends, perhaps in hometowns, villages, family homes to gather for Christmas. But the graphic is telling us on its front page, one of the stories, that the travel rush is missing, but they are expecting a high patronage later today. So our team will be on the ground, as Valerie said at the opening of this show, and we'll be monitoring the traffic terminals to see if the rush is missing. I just want to find out, is anyone traveling? Perhaps I'll ask you, are you going anywhere for Christmas outside Accra? You're staying. Hajia, are you leaving Accra this weekend for
No, I'm hosting a fufu party in my house. So
fufu party?
Yeah. So I'm no.
Our invitation got lost in the mail, or because we are celebrating Christmas?
Or you are now going to tell us?
I'm telling you now.
When?
If you want it to be delivered, it will be delivered. If you want to come and enjoy, you can come and enjoy.
Please.
Yes.
Delivery.
Oh, delivery.
So has anyone noticed there's an anticipation?
But Saturday, people are you here Saturday?
The breakfast show is not here, but GBC is open 24 hours.
Let me, I deal with breakfast show people.
So bring it. And delivery goes everywhere. So has anyone noticed a drop or a rise in travel lately along your route? I've seen so many buses, because I'm on the Insawam road. Yes. I've seen so many buses just, going back and forth, and so many more are coming in. So this is the 24th Kokrum. Today is 24th.
Now, you know, it started off with a lot of the Christian churches having their conventions and their camp meetings and all that earlier on in the month. Some even started in November. So that is there. Before you have those who have, I know Christmas events are happening in a lot of towns. And so people would want to go back. We also have our diaspora brothers and sisters who are also in. And so I can imagine that, yeah, my father's hometown of Kwewu, Christmas, we don't celebrate it that much.
Like Easter.
We are waiting for Easter. But my mother's hometown of Wenchi, and we will go. And so we'll go and do Christmas, and then in Easter to come to go. So some of us are here, it's very busy. But you see that happen, I'm sure from 12 midday, that's when people have finished packing their things, and then you start seeing the routes. I dread the Kasua Central Region 1. I can imagine. I have to see my father, so I can imagine the stress I'll have to go through. But it's all part of it. Today is 24th. People are going. That's why we are begging that they should be careful. We should not die just going home. We are going to have a celebration. Don't let your family people start having a funeral, and in a week's time we have to have 1 week celebrations.
That would not be nice. Hadia?
Yes, I think somewhere last week the station masters, let me put it that way, were complaining about low travel rate.
I complain about
yes, but no, but I'm surprised because people are complaining no money. But tell me, if you go to Accra, it's choked. If you go to the big shops, it's choked. I don't know.
There was traffic everywhere.
I'm wondering what they are doing. I'm wondering what they are doing, you know. And then I was telling my daughter in the car, because we had some adverts about events that will take place.
And they are fully booked.
And then they are fully booked, and the money people are going to pay to be part of the event. Then I said, wow.
It brings
so
us.
Where are they getting the money from when people are
It brings
really
the issue
crying
from
that's
the call by the Medical Association into sharp focus, urging government to restrict social activities during the period. And the Daily Analyst paper captures that story. I just wanted, because we are talking about all the Christmas and COVID activities, the Ghana Medical Association has urged the government to either regulate or restrict social activities during the Yuletide to avoid a potentially deadly fourth wave of the COVID-19 pandemic. According to the GMA, this should be done as a matter of urgency. The GMA made this clarion call in a statement issued on Wednesday, December 22. They're also asking the Ghana Police, all Metropolitan District Assemblies, as well as the Ghana Tourism Authority to strictly enforce all COVID protocols at all events and celebrations. So a while back we heard hints that potentially persons who had not been vaccinated or who could not prove that they were COVID negative would not be allowed to access events. Do we see that happening? Because a few events have been held and we haven't seen those being upheld.
Thelma, even the advert, this call by Ghana Medical Association, I think it's late in a day. Because, why am I saying this? Wednesday, people have already, they've made their plans, they've sold their tickets. Some tables go for 250,000.
That's on the low side. We've had tables going for 80,000.
For what?
For an event.
You see, so I'm asking myself, Ghana, there's money. But why is it that some of us don't see the money? 80,000. So, if it's anything at all, tell me, this conscientization and talking to people, NCC, Ghana Medical Association, FDA, they will start all this maybe a month before this activity, so the organizers of events will know that, hey,
when we're going virtual.
Yeah.
Christmas has been banned. So.
Yes, and then maybe if you're going to sell tickets of 1,000, you reduce it to 400. Or maybe if the place can take about 1,000, you reduce it to 500, so that there will be space and protocols will be observed, like masks, and then people who are vaccinated or not. I'm sure this matter is in courts because people are saying it is not mandatory. Nobody should be forced to. But meanwhile, people are vaccinated and they are more healthy, and they are telling people not to be forced to. But I think we as Ghanaians should know that it is incumbent on ourselves to take care of ourselves. If we're going somewhere, you should put on your mask. People will not adhere to all those protocols, but the organizers must make sure that maybe if you don't have the mask on, You have to sanitize. They have to make provisions for all those things. If you come and you don't have a mask, there should be a mask by the gate to give to all, because since they are charging about 250 Ghana cedis, I've not had 50 Ghana yet too. I've not had 50 Ghana yet, so at least they can give them the mask to.
Ellen is just laughing. Why are you laughing? We'll be going to the messages in a little while. You can send your questions and comments across to us. The WhatsApp number 055-556-1034, or use the hashtag GTV Breakfast across our social media handles. We're streaming live on Facebook. We are streaming also on YouTube, and you can get us on Twitter and Instagram. So use the hashtag GTV Breakfast. Let's read your comment out loud. What are your plans for Christmas? Do you intend to go out and have fun? What are the things you're considering for your safety? Driving safely, participating or interacting with your fan group in a safe manner. Remember, we're still in the midst of a pandemic. Ellen is laughing. Tell me why quickly, so that we'll go and see what people are saying.
I feel like because last year we were not able to celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, the year last.
Yes, and so we are all putting in our effort, but we are forgetting we should be careful that COVID is in, and is even in with COVID Pro Max.
2.2.
Thank you. So we have to be careful. Perhaps we can do what the NPP did when we went for our conference. Check if you do not have a vaccination card, thou shalt not come to the program. 10 people away, or liaise with Ghana Health Service to come and also put up their
instant test.
Yes, not the instant test. Vaccinate people there, because that's what we did at the conference. When you come,
that's how you can get people to get vaccinated.
That is it. So when you get to the event after paying 80,000 Ghana cedis and you get there and you are being told that you'll be sent home, you vaccinate.
Right, Kaf. What are our viewers saying about all the issues that we raised at the table?
First of all, good morning to your ladies. Merry Christmas to you all, looking nice, loving your smiles. 055-556-1034. Here come the messages. This is a double-header message. Merry Christmas, my wife Anita Coleman, my kids, and all the Odum family in the Monkey Simpson Silas Odum. Merry Christmas to you, GTV Breakfast Show team, Kafui, Thelma, Valerie. You guys have done a great job throughout the year. God bless you for the good work you're doing for Mother Ghana, Silas Ampiao Odum from the Kako capital of the world.
Monkey Sim.
Okay. All right. Ellen, you have some fans here. Somebody says, please tell Ellen I'm crushing on her. She's an adroit communicator. Adroit.
Let me write that down.
Very skillful.
Please get me the person's number. I'll call him or her.
We enjoy the idea of staying safe in the festive season. So people agree with you that it's important that we stay very, 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 very safe. Hello. Keep your messages coming in. Thank you very much. You're watching us. M. Sule. Good morning, my dear Thelma. The imbeciles almost got me 2 years ago. An elderly woman called pretending to be my daughter's mother-in-law that she had a surprise for me. She had shipped a TV, washing machine, and a whole lot of items.
That's scam.
She gave me a number and a code to call a DHL office, which I did. I was asked to send Momo of 600 CDs. To cut a long story short, what made me realize it was a scam was she said she had hidden an amount of money in an Ecolac. In UK, it's called a suitcase. I called her back, give it to her. That's a gun woman. I give it to her black and blue. I use all the unmentionables. You know what I mean. Thank you very much for that.
Trisha, Grandma, don't do that. Please do
it. Morning. I've been following you almost every day on Breakfast Show, and you haven't given me any award, la. Evelyn from Kaswa. Evelyn. Merry Christmas to you.
That's the award.
I will give you one cheesy pizza, don't worry.
Yay.
Because of the e-levy, what's going on? This is a long one. Keep it short. You say the majority leader is trying very hard to tell lies to win sympathy of Ghanaians, but it won't work. You say the majority leader should have to tell the president to account for his luxurious travels. Okay, so that's Ablade Efia Kuma Zongo. Yes, people are still reacting to this whole remittance scam thing. This world remit thing. Yeah, doesn't it annoy you when you're on your group? All of a sudden somebody says, Charlie, pay 500 to get 70. Pay 1,000.
No, it's the greedy people who fall.
Yes, people have been hacked.
Somebody in the group has been hacked. So
yes.
You get the number of.
Yes, indeed.
Who will fall for this?
All right. So those are your messages. Let me read a couple more, and then we'll take it away. You don't understand the question. We'll give you some clarification pretty soon. We need a vibrant parliament, but not a parliament full of assault scenes. We need a debating parliament on sound economic policies, but not a divided house. We need a unified force in parliament for socio-economic development to move on faster. Aaron Babaku Kokomisa in Latebio Koshi. Don't send voice notes. We can't read them. We can't hear them. Okay. All right. So thank you so much for the messages. GTV vaccine Christmas. Christmas festivity. Wait there. You need a well, for those of you who are going somewhere, stay safe. Drive carefully. If the driver in your bus is misbehaving, have the will to tell him to slow down.
Stop, get down.
Yeah, or get down. Your life is more important than his speed to your destination. So keep them coming in 055-556-1034. Still to come, a chat with the Paradise crew and some music and chat with High Life legend Pat Thomas. It's happening right here on GTV Breakfast. Over to Thelma and her female squad.
Thank you, Kath. So, and we also have an in-house band, the Arc Band. Follow them on Instagram. They've been serving us with some tantalizing Ghanaian music, and the one that was on just before we came on Rexoma song, a classic, pure classic. I think we will dance. We will. So let the band start. When we are wrapping up, we'll have a good old merry dance, and we'll just get warm because it's quite chilly in the studio. So almost a white Christmas scene going on in the studio. But because one of our guests mentioned the fact about scams, and you said you wanted to say something, I was hoping that we could get into the issue of what happened in Parliament on Monday and the recent reports in some of the papers before me this morning, with the majority leader making an accusation against the Speaker of Parliament. But I think you wanted to make a quick comment before we get into
so when he mentioned about the scam, I said, as for me, yesterday it happened because they think they can scam me. I was showing Helen the list of items with this money in one of the perfume box. I should be careful. $850 is there. So he gave me a number. I was also following. I called. The person said he's in Aflao, and I said, oh, I have people in Aflao. So I sent my constituent woman organizer, go to the company in Aflao. She went. He said, oh, I'm at the border, across the border. I said, you wait, chase him there. So he decided to run away. Then I was there. Then the driver called me. Am I speaking to Haja Hamdata? I said, yes. This is boxes. So
now it's become moved from a suitcase to a box.
Aflao station. I said, okay, when you get to Aflao station in Accra, call me. That's where the matter ended, because I chased them with some due diligence. I told the person that I'm too smart to be swindled.
Too smart to be swindled is indeed very, very important, and we want you to be too smart to be swindled as well, and that's why we brought the expert here. Be mindful of remittances and all these packages and deliveries that are purported to be for you, and you need to pay money. Be on guard. So use your money wisely. A daily analyst, because of Hamatano, please don't read too many. The daily analyst is making the point in the parliamentary pass. I did say that it's not going to end anytime soon. I've been proved right. Majority leader accuses Speaker of demanding 1.72 billion Ghana cedis to OK 2022 budget. The Republic Press is leading with the same story. MPs wash dirty linen. Speaker accused of demanding 1.72 billion to approve budget. So the story on page 3 in the Daily Analyst, a few of the sentences I will refer to. Majority Leader, the Honourable Secretary Mensa Bonsu, has accused Speaker of Parliament, Honourable Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin, of obstructing government business. According to him, it was possible the Speaker of Parliament was carrying out plans to stall business of the House due to his insistence on getting the Minister of Finance to allocate 1.72 billion Ghana cedis to Parliament. The majority leader pointed out the Speaker openly confronted the Minister on November 17 before the budget reading on the need for such an amount to be allocated. The Speaker of Parliament has been accused of frustrating government business in the midst of the brawl and standoff that has characterized the debate on the controversial imposition of the 1.75% e-levy. So the MP for Swami, who is the majority leader, made these comments in a press conference. A few quotes here. It's the same story basically that's being captured by the Republic, and it's saying the move seen by many as a quid pro quo terms. Majority leader in Parliament, who has revealed that Speaker of Parliament Oban Bagbin demanded an allocation of 1.7 billion from the Finance Minister for Parliament to facilitate the passage of the 2022 budget. That story continues on page 3 of the Republic Press. So the scenes that we saw on the morning of January 7 during the election of the Speaker seemed to replicate themselves on the morning of December 20 when MPs, it broke into an all-out fight. It was a free-for-all. We saw punches, we saw slaps, and people have come out to condemn, including members of the clergy and civil society organizations, everyone saying the MPs misconducted themselves. Now the majority leader is saying the Honourable Speaker demanded a parliamentary allocation of 1.72 billion before the budget is approved. I'll pick your thoughts, Ellen.
The MPs were irresponsible, led by the NDC MPs, because they started the fight. At least we're all watching on TV, we saw it. If they had not made the attempt to go and attack the second, the first
Deputy Speaker,
the MPP side would not have also retaliated by protecting the first Deputy Speaker.
You're putting the blame on the NDC.
I'm not just putting it on the NDC. I'm actually wearing the dress with the blame. It is them. Then the Speaker, with all due respect, was irresponsible. It is his job. That is why we pay for his medical bills. All of us, it's our tax. That is why he went to Dubai to go and get well, to go and make sure that he has his health in good shape. This is the reason why we paid for it.
We've heard reports.
Now, for you to come and tell us that you are not well, a lot of the MPs were not well. There's a female MP who had given birth 3 days. She was there. Honorable Napo had gone for an operation on his knee. He was there. So what excuse is he telling you that he was sick? Didn't I see yesterday having a meeting with the former MPs? Has the sickness disappeared? Has it disappeared? It is his responsibility. When you are an adult in the house, you are a head of the house, and he's the head of Parliament. It was his responsibility to sit down and make sure that what had to be done was done. By leaving and giving us the excuse that you were tired. Everybody else is tired. A lot of civil servants are tired. But when they have a deadline and they have to meet it, you stay in your office till 12 minutes and finish. So that excuse of him not feeling well, if others will take it, I will not take it. My taxes pay for his sitting there. So he should do his job. If he had been there, this brawl would not have started. Now about the honorable majority leader saying what he said, I have no reason to disbelieve him. Unless the honorable speaker comes to tell us that he's lying. And that explains, for me, that explains a lot of the things and why he disappeared on that night.
Did he disappear? So I'm going to present a few arguments that I've heard
I've
from
heard
the minority camp.
I have heard it. I listened to their press conference. And for me, with all due respect, it doesn't make sense.
Okay, so
you are sick.
The matter of
we
feeling
pay for you. You are not feeling well. Your MPs, I said somebody had given birth. Do you understand what it means to give birth and 3 days you are in Parliament?
If I may.
And so that person wasn't also feeling well. She was okay. A lot of people were not okay. But to make sure that government moves and we are all okay, people sacrificed and they were there. So what is he telling me that he has sat down and by 7 p.m. he was tired?
The first Deputy Speaker was also, we are told by the majority leader in the press conference that they held, that he was also unwell and he had to leave to take his medication.
A lot of people
so the feeling of unwell is a card that has been played by both sides.
All of us are unwell. With the Hamatan, my nose blocked, my voice going. We are all unwell in this country because the weather has changed. So that excuse, they should put it somewhere. Let's move on. With what the majority leader has told us now, it means he had an agenda. And if you are an adult, a head of an institution, and you have such an agenda, then we are in for trouble.
Haja, I wonder what your thoughts would be on the power play that appears to be at work in Parliament.
No, you see, tell me, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know why you are talking too much. If you allow cold water, won't say cold water shinipada. Tell me, have you seen him before? You allow yourself because you decided to go and elect somebody to be a speaker because you have problem with maybe the choice, is it of the president? That's Right Honorable Michael Kwe. So you don't have any problem to be complaining to Ghanaians because you allow cold water to burn you. That is one thing. But you see what happened in Parliament. What happened in Parliament is a total disgrace. Total disgrace. I don't know when parliamentarians decided to be the Azuma Nelsons and Mike Tysons in the country. You understand? So if it's anything at all, I ask myself, where has consensus building gone to? Where has collaboration gone to? You see, where did the leadership of the House failed? Because if it's anything at all, there must be some background or boardroom discussions on gray areas that maybe minority and majority can sort of jaw and then work towards the interest of Ghanaians. But I ask myself, are they working towards the interest of Ghanaians? Absolutely no. If you are saying that, we in my party, we said the E-levy, no. But if people are saying that Ghanaians are suffering, so we shouldn't do this, we shouldn't do that, then the Article 71 holders, they should look at what they take. Parliamentarians, every 4 months, for every 4 years, they take ex gratia. Every 4 years, they take ex gratia. Every 4 years. It is not fair to the ordinary Ghanaian, to the doctor, to the teacher, to the lecturer in Lagos, UCC, and so on and so forth. They will lecture for 30 years, and then they can't get that, what the parliamentarians, since we are entertaining and pampering our parliamentarians too much. So when they are fed up with what they've taken in the morning, they start to exercise in the evening or in the afternoon. That is what we are doing in this country. Coming to what the majority leader said, I'm not happy about it. Tell me, that is where leadership has failed. Because the last time I checked, Honorable Chairman Sabunsu is a very close friend of the Speaker. The Speaker was in, what's the name of the Swami? Yes, he too was in Nadoli when people wanted to uproot Honorable Bagbin. So what is happening that now? They cannot jaw and then maybe come out with a better solution or explanation to Ghanaians. If the Honorable Speaker is asking for 1.72 billion, for what? Why is he asking for that money? Is he going to take the money to his house, or is giving it to parliamentarians?
The stories say that he's asking for the parliament allocation, which is 1.72 billion.
Parliament allocation. Parliament allocation. Is it the budget of all parliamentarians?
I would want to believe so, but the story was not specific.
Okay, if it's for all parliamentarians, and then maybe the Minister of Finance cannot meet that, what interaction or what kind of conversation went through between the minority and majority, because they have leadership, who came to this understanding or agreement that the Speaker should demand this? That is why I'm saying there's a failure on
because we're still on the issue of Parliament and
on behalf the leadership of the House. For me, they failed, both majority and minority. There is something they are not telling us. And me, almost one back, the Speaker is a lawyer. If he doesn't come out, to say something about this, then I'll take it that Chairman Sabunsu is right.
So, because we're still on parliamentary issues, yesterday, Ellen mentioned this a bit earlier, that the Speaker of Parliament met with former MPs, and one of the key calls he made was for Parliament from next year to initiate a new set of programs to help strengthen its oversight responsibility to deepen the democratic culture and values of the country. The Daily Graphic is carrying that story on page 19. The set of reforms that will be pursued will also help the legislative body to assert its independence to serve as a check on the executive, and the Speaker of Parliament is the one who said this at the meeting with the former MPs. So, Ellen, you alluded to this in your earlier submission. So we are seeing the speaker up and about. He's engaging with members of of Parliament. Because what I heard in the minority press briefing was that he had gone the whole day in sessions, and there had been no indication from the majority side that that would happen.
Other MPs, including somebody who had given birth, had also gone the whole day.
Right. Let's go to Valerie.
So he has an agenda, and fortunately, his own friend has brought it out.
I'll come
so
back.
So everything is about
more
interest, and it's for the agenda. Don't let me start. I'm going to celebrate Christmas.
I'll come back to you, ladies, so we can continue. We can take a few more bites of this cake. But I'll go to Valerie, who will link us to our team on the ground, and they will tell us a bit more about what's happening in the lead up to Christmas. Valerie, 24th.
Different places. But I'm not celebrating Christmas. We're coming to work. Yes, so we are doing this aesthetic, but we are coming to work, like we are working. So guys, you know what characterizes Christmas, right? Apart from the feasting, the merrymaking, the late night, everything, most things we look out for, the Christmas decorations and the Christmas lights. So our team on the ground last night was up and about in the city, and we're looking, actually Jay, he didn't sleep much. He was everywhere looking at what the creations look like, what the city looked like, lighted up for Christmas. And so we're gonna take you to the places that Jay went yesterday for you to have a feel of what Christmas looks like in parts of Accra when it comes to the lightning and decorations. And so I'm taking you away now.
And whatnot. So this evening, or should I say this morning, this is what we'll be presenting to you. So when our first point of call is the Ridge Runabout here in the Greater Accra region, and we are talking about the Christmas lights that are directly behind me. Usually what happens is you find that people come around and park their cars, families get down just to come and have a little kind of sightseeing. They are tourists, so to speak. They get out of their vehicles, come and take a lot of pictures, and you see a number of them around this evening. They are just thinking about just having a very old time, and you see everybody, this is how they choose to spend their Christmas. So these are the highlights you're seeing live from the Ridge Runabout this evening. So if you are in town in the evening and you like to pass by, have a look, take some pictures, this is what you'll be expecting to see at the Ridge Runabout. It's a cool, people are just having fun. It's just cool, breezy, with the Christmas lights and everything. It's just amazing out here. So from the Ridge Runabout, we'll be heading, a tour. We'll just be having a tour around a few places in the city and just bring you highlights from there as well. But from the Ridge Runabout, this is what we have for you. So our next point of call is the Dankwa Circle.
Parameter set you one for you. See, even your papa not to save you for all the cannabis when they pick it done do. Man, what did they get to find you? Because that nigga when you play on my don't move, oh boy don't move. Ha, hey, come on, let's go. Chevy Mekatamua, say my picking I go join God. Ha, you want to bamba? You wanna G with the big boys? Now you the wrong, get it, you the wrong, get a top with link with a drop cup. Ha.
So this is the Dankwa Circle. You can see the lights as well.
And who? Okay.
the airport runabout, and compared to the previous ones we just been to, you realize that this one is quite mellow. There aren't that many people around. It's just the lights adding this scenic beauty to the airport area, and I just like for you all to enjoy the view.
You want to bamba? You want to G with the big boys?
And just from airport, you can see 37. I don't know what it is, but you can see that the lights are there, even though some of the traffic lights aren't working, but you have your scenic decorations and all that. So from here, we're going all the way to the Accra Mall. Oh wow, just look at the lights, and you can tell the number of people here who are enjoying the holiday. It's just amazing out here. So just enjoy the lights as you see them. Let's keep an eye for you today. So from here, we'll go to our last point of call. That will be the Palace Mall. So enjoy the sights of the Accra Mall.
You want to bamba? You want to G with the big boys? Now you the wrong, kitty, you the wrong, get enough, we drink a top cup. Ha! Hey! Check you see how the thing go. How the thing go. Oh, you tell them I hope and you. And hook. Ha! Alright, take it easy, and let's play some behind the waist. Okay.
Alright people, I hope you enjoy City Lights just as much as I did. Yes, that's what I choose to call it, City Lights. You know, bringing you Christmas decorations in and around the city. So here we are at our final point of call, the Palace Hypermarket here on the Spintish Road near the Flowerpot Junction, or should I say runabout to be precise. So I hope you enjoy the sights and sounds just as much as I did, going around seeing all the lights in the city, people having fun with it, taking pictures and all that, and the usual humbug about Christmas. So the euphoria is there, people are having fun, and hey, I hope you have fun too. Merry Christmas. Back to you in the studio.
Okay, so I think there's the official Christmas jam. You want to bamba. What you with the big boys. Okay, so that's sights and sounds from yesterday from Keep an Eye Around the City, looking at the lights and Christmas lightning and all that. It looks really, really nice, puts us in the mood for Christmas. But we are going to the VIP bus terminal where our other guy, Alan, is on the ground. You know, usually on the 24th, we have people going to their hometowns, going to visit their parents, their friends, and usually the terminals are crowded. So we are going to one of the VIP terminals. We're going to see how crowded or not, what it looks like. And Alan is already behind me on screen. Alan, good morning. What can you report? What's happening?
Hi, good morning, Valerie, and welcome to the VIP bus terminal. It's the Christmas Eve last minute dash, what I call the scramble to get out of town and be with family. Indeed, Christmas is supposed to be a family thing. And so if you've been all year round, the last place you want to spend Christmas is away from family. And so at the VIP bus terminal this morning, what we have counted ever since we've been on this location is many buses moving at intervals of at least about 10 minutes. A lot of them has moved out this morning. And there's usual suspect destinations immediately comes to mind. And speak to one out of every three persons, two in fact out of every three persons will tell you they're on their way to Kumasi, a few on their way to Tamale. We caught up with a few of them, and they have some have agreed to speak to us. Indeed, we cannot get into the buses, and so he's joined me on the sidewalk where I'm going to be speaking to him. I'm going to be speaking to him to tell us his destination, why he's going home at this time, and what he looks forward up to around Christmas. Good morning, sir, and welcome to GTV Breakfast.
Good morning, my brother.
How are you?
I'm fine, you?
It's been a long year, and so I think it's only appropriate that I wish you a Merry Christmas in advance.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Where are you off to this morning?
I'm going to Tamale.
Really, tamale for Christmas?
Yes, please.
Fantastic. Any expectations as you travel to Tamale?
Yeah, firstly, we're only praying to the Almighty Allah for Him to let us reach safely. And I'm even praying to the entire Christian community for the upcoming Christmas. And particularly, I'm wishing the number 3 in Ghana, the current Speaker of Parliament, Alban Babon, a Merry Christmas. And the entire Christian community, may the Almighty Allah lead us through to 2021.
Thank you very much. And if someone else is watching us, what would be your message to all of us who are looking forward to Christmas?
Yeah, actually my message to Ghana is, first of all, we have to thank God for being love to one another, firstly. And secondly, Ghana is a country which we all need to consider certain things in our life. And then the most important thing in life is that Christmas is around the corner, and the road safety is guiding us through road activities in Ghana. And then I'm only playing to drivers and passengers, whoever is in the car, to have patience to drivers to take us to our destinations.
Thank you very much. That's a very beautiful message for Christmas. Let's all be careful whether we're passengers on the bus or we're driving by ourselves. Thank you very much, my brother, for joining us. We're joined also by an underground, or what I'll call a musician underdog. He's going to give us a good feel of Christmas. Good morning, sir. How are you? Tell me your name.
I'm Richard, but popularly known as Sister Akos.
Popularly known as?
Sister Akos.
Sister Akos. Fantastic. Sister Akos, where are you off to this morning?
I'm going to Tamale.
First of all, let me say a very Merry Christmas to you in advance.
Oh, the same to you, bro.
Are you traveling alone?
Yeah, I'm going alone.
Wow. What is your genre? What are you into as far as music is concerned?
I do everything, but I'm into Afrobeat. I do rap too.
You do rap and Afrobeat. Tell you what, give me a good one for Christmas. Christmas is tomorrow. I would say Santa Claus is coming to town. How would you go about that?
Then let me just give you a freestyle. It's a message to God.
Good.
All right, I'm coming. There's a new freestyle I just wrote. So, yeah, I'll go by the name Sister Akos. Hello, Nakopon. Can you hear me talking? I'm standing at your door, I'm there knocking. Formation, migra is very shocking. Tawasune me, I guess I'm cautious. Wuna bo Adam, wuna Eve, wuna bo Yebu no Masa bo si. Wuna bo bon some money dada if we make Adam ni if Mamu disease. Want to mene bon samantana, otonemaye. Etoda, mi bisa say a squad real sebi. Oma me felise wuni nkaye. Menya Bob Marley's Rasta, Mitiejo, Empire do drama Bobby. When I see your face, I shall no summer forbid, then I some bondicates. Confession swam my yes, wound navigates. I see I'm from my jammy. Don't want
Sister Akos. Oh yeah, hit. Sister Akos. Now, a short message for Christmas for you too kind now.
The mechanic say 25th, 24th, sure, almost say maybe the Carlos 9 too. Yeah, my shadow can say no mas. Yo, Mr. Monqua sorry. The fire crank and question your mensa because 25th Xmas Obi any nebesi to Mr. Obi Ansha no Musuye. Now you took kind of the Mr. Drivers me say Omonko na boko. I'm for do as me mo yesu din.
All right, thank you very much, Sister Akos. Finally, I'm joined also by another traveler. Masa morning patrol jina minchen say mami why? Apomwe. Oh, you want to speak English? That's right. I'm really very sorry I spoke to you. I may not know, so I guess I'm pardoned. Anyway, welcome and thank you for joining us on GTV Breakfast.
Thank you very much.
And a very Merry Christmas in advance. It's Christmas tomorrow.
Yeah.
Where are you off to?
Yes, I'm off to Tamale from Tema.
You're off to Tamale from Tema. I guess you will be arriving on Christmas Day then.
Yeah, but we'll arrive within the day. At least by 5 p.m., 6 p.m. we'll be in Tamale.
Well, why all the way to Tamale for Christmas?
Yes, I have my family there and haven't worked over the year. At least Christmas is a festive season where we should go and then meet our family and then be happy with them. The year is coming to an end. And we all have to go together, enjoy and pray for the coming year so that things should be much better.
Is family aware you're coming home?
Yes, the family is aware that I'm coming home.
Any surprises for family as you go home?
Well, as usual, definitely when I get home, we have to, have a nice time, eat, talk, and then share memories of the past.
Mention one person in the family and tell them Merry Christmas, you're coming home.
My mother is there. I mean, I wish her, the best of this year.
You didn't tell your mother's name. Please mention your mother's name.
My mother is Hajara. She lives in Changle. That's the suburb of Tamale Metropolis. I wish her the best of this season, and I love her so much. And to all my other colleagues at the office in Tama, I wish them the best of this festive season.
What's your native language?
I'm a Dagomba by ethnicity.
So what language do you speak?
I speak Dagbani.
You speak Dagbani. If I were to do it, I would do it in Frafra, in Krobo. I'll do it in Ewe, and I'll do it Chi and Fanti. I'd want you to do yours in Dagbani this morning, to mommy especially.
So, don't Christmas sahakati jama. Ta kababon bumbe sharan chana. Kaya nanzang pogo zanti. Kaya yamalam puru son tirma. Uni maza. Oshila chana komanda ile malam puru son tiro. Kaya na uni tumala fi na undu mu bossa na unlu mu dashile. Ben cheshel kamza bah na unga barka na ndupune. Tinji sa shel ngoma to bora sudu kabore biago. Vielem dumana on chap biaguma viel non vie nyanga tiso kam kamza gor chen luglo kamza ha tiji sa shelo punu dumana cha no pa o pago pa be shina la fi mi suru bor she kamza biago punu dumana on pan le titi kan kulanza de ke ya ka suru tere mi ba office za nen dumana wona tum shelman dumana cha tiri dan fane ka suru tere gana za dumana on tum bor shele dumana o non le titi dumana on tum tu do yu no punu akutika che sarati ma ka party yuro na tawo.
Grateful, grateful, grateful. That's his Christmas message to mommy in Dagbani. Well, it's really life out here, and you can clearly tell the station is busy, filled with passengers and all other forms of travelers leaving Accra to make their way to their various homes, as they refer to it. Christmas is on us, Christmas is with us, Christmas is tomorrow. And wherever you are watching GTV Breakfast from, you're not doing anything other than watching the best. This has been Keep an Eye, coming to you live from the VIP station, where the last minute dash or scramble to get out of town is currently in full flight. Thank you very much for joining us. My name, as always, is Darrell Alan Tego. It's been Keep an Eye. Thank you. Back to you in the studio, Valerie.
Thank you, Alan. And so I learned that tor in Dagbani meant you are okay with it, so tor. But in Ga, if you say eto, it means something entirely different. And then in Egwekaf, give me that. What did you say? Eto, what does it mean?
He has responded.
He has responded, Charlie. Our languages interlock, but then it is confusing as well. That hashtag to follow is GTV Breakfast. We are live on Facebook as the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. We are live on YouTube as the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. Our transmission still continues. Handing over to T and the ladies.
Thank you. And Valerie and I will not be traveling for Christmas, so you know, game oh, where's the wine? Because we just hop on Georgia, we are in the hometown, so we are here already. Thank you for those updates, Valerie and the team on the ground. I'll come back to my ladies. Quick thoughts on the scenes you saw, and then let's get back to the conversation on the Parliament and the fact that it's the Speaker is telling us there's an agenda to increase the responsibility of Parliament over the executive. So I'll pick your thoughts, Haja, over Christmas travels. Oh, Christmas and I asked Sheikh the other day, what do Muslims do during Christmas? And he said, oh, they just, you know, they don't celebrate, but they just observe all that is happening, and they join in Christian prayers for a better New Year, which he told us is key for everyone.
Christmas has already started. Today is Friday, and we'll go to the mosque. Our imams, our clergy, all of them have been praying, not just on Christmas Day, but we pray for peace in the country. My brother, the Dagomba young man who is going to Tamale to enjoy the Christmas, you can see from his...
I did not understand the word of what he said.
And then you'll be surprised. When he said that he speak Dagbani, he rather prayed for everybody. That whosoever is looking for something that he cannot, may Allah make it possible for them. May Allah give us good health.
I received that.
And then peace in the country. He really prayed. Good. You see, so you can see at the stations that people are warming up to go to their various towns and villages to enjoy Christmas, which is very good. It started on a low key because people were saying that, oh, people are not traveling. But you can see from the terminals that people are really traveling to their hometown. We only wish them safe trips to their hometowns and back to their workplace. because he is going to Tamale, but he works in Tema. He wish even the Tema people well in the Christmas and so on and so forth.
That's nice. Ellen, I wonder, those of us who are staying in Accra, are we looking forward to the quiet streets and the traffic-free movement from one point to the other? Because for some of us who are going to be going to Kolegono, Jamestown and the rest, we just want everyone to just ship out, and then we just drive cool, nice, empty streets, virtually empty streets, and just also join our family for the festivities.
I don't think you're going to have that empty street, because there are lots of activities are also going on in Accra. I mean, some of the events, and so we are going to have quite a busy. I believe Accra is also going to be busy, but I wish all those traveling a safe journey. And just as we're starting, they should keep an eye on their drivers and make sure that they get home safely. Because
and the COVID protocols.
Yes, and there are people are waiting for them, so they should get home safely.
Right. So let's get back to Parliament. You were making the point about the majority leader. Both of you were making the point. Haja alluded to the fact that it was a disgraceful day for Ghana. You have blamed the minority for starting the fight in the first place, and I wonder what you would say would be the prospect for the coming year. Parliament resumes on January 28. The expectation is that January 18. The expectation is that some engagement would be made within this time, because the long break is to allow for cool heads to prevail, from what our correspondents in Parliament tell us. Come January 18, what posture would you expect the Parliament to take as it goes into a new session?
Well, I believe that engagement has been going on, because some of the demands that the minority made on some of the things that wanted to be done, I can see, or we all know, that the finance minister had a conversation with them, and some of them, well, almost all of them were met. So what is going on, I just feel that it's power play. It's some people who are just behaving in bad faith, and it's obvious that when you sit down and you agree on something, and then you turn around and create circumstances such that what you have agreed on will not work, the other party will also come out. So going forward, I expect both of them to withdraw. Everybody should go and should go and do a reflection of their actions and see if what they are doing is good for them, is good for the image of Parliament. Because what happened on Monday, it was not just disgraceful, it was, if there's any word beyond disgraceful, we have to use it. To the extent that I heard the sports minister was slashed on the face with a sharp, I mean, has it gotten to that level? And on that issue, the police also brought out a statement that they do not have jurisdiction in Parliament. So the marshals in Parliament,
it would be fair if they find it.
We have to know, because an MP cannot go to Parliament and get hurt and then they push it under the carpet.
I've heard suggestions that perhaps someone was wearing a ring, and
whatever it was, somebody was hurt.
Got.
And these are our parliamentarians. They make laws for us.
Okay.
So if you are going to be throwing fisticuffs, are you also looking at the safety of the women in Parliament? Are you going to beat yourself up and beat your sisters up?
Any of the
because
women
women will not do that.
If
we're thinking about it, in the next elections, more women should get in there, because it looks like when
I'm glad
the
you brought this
testosterone
issue
levels rise up, then they all lose their.
There's a project to get more women involved in district assembly elections, and the graphic is carrying that, so we won't have time to go into it. But let me just make a few sentences. Project to increase women's participation in district assembly elections launched since the inception of local government, and perhaps we're going to go into a conversation with the head of the local government service in the next phase of this program, and perhaps this issue may come up. I'm not entirely sure, but perhaps there's an agenda to get more women to participate in district level elections. You're alluding to the fact that it will make things better.
Yes, not just...
Do women fight less than men? Is that what you're saying?
We don't fight less than men, but the ways of fighting are different. Definitely we will not get into fisticuffs in Parliament. How many women would want their kaba to be torn off?
Let's wrap this all up.
We might exchange some words, but not to this level. I think going for the political
Let's wrap all this up.
Get more women into Parliament, because it looks like our men, they keep on disgracing us.
I wish we had the opportunity to talk about this story from on page 13 of the Daily Graphic about the excessive breast exposure can cause cancer. And a reproductive cancer advocate, Miss Frida Ajiman-Sapon, has cautioned women and young girls against exposing their breasts to excessive sun rays, as it can expedite breast cancer development. I wish we had more time, but unfortunately we do not. But a key call, let's take care of our breasts, perhaps, is what they mean. Don't expose it to too much sun. The experts are the ones who are saying this. Your final comment is almost Christmas Eve. It's 24th December. We are going into the festivities. COVID is still real. So many shows, so many family gatherings. What would be your passing gift as a Christmas comment before we rise?
Yeah,
Haja?
before the Christmas, but I think I have to say something about the Parliament before.
A quick one then.
Yes.
Perhaps a minute.
I still stand by my... last week I was on one of the TV saying that they are discouraging people from entering Parliament because some are weak links, you know. They don't want to go and engage in this kind of thing. But I miss the people like the GH Mensahs, so many of them. You see, that's why as a leadership we feel in Parliament. I would like to wish the members of the Convention People's Party Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. And then I want to wish Her Excellency the First Lady, who is like a mother to me. People don't know Madam Rebecca Akufo-Addo a Merry Christmas, and her husband, of course, the President, and all ministers of state, parliamentarians. I have a very good friend of mine who is maybe coming to the studio to say something. Dr. Atuata has been a very good friend of mine for the past, I should think, 20 years. Please, we need an incident-free Christmas. We shouldn't give Christmas, Easter, Eid bad names by getting ourselves involved in things that are not even religious. You go and drink and kill yourself and say you're celebrating Christmas. That is not right. So I think we should have an incident-free Christmas. Let's all go to our various homes, enjoy. If you don't have any place to go, please don't get around. Stay in your house.
All right. Ellen.
Yes, a Merry Christmas to all our viewers.
And you too, please, I beg you. And all GTV crew.
All our viewers and the GTV crew from Haji and I. And it's been a very eventful year. And going into next year, I would want to wish a very Merry Christmas to all NPP members, because as we sit here, anybody can be a delegate. No, I wish my father.
Okay.
So going
wish my party too, because I wish you people.
I said all our viewers, your party people are part.
So let me mention your NPP people.
God willing.
Dr. Odro said he's watching you.
Yes.
So
that's my great grandpa. Yes, grandpa, Afishiapa, I'm coming home. Next year, God willing, I'll be going into an election. I want to run for National Women's Organizer. So officially, I am from GTV and all the viewers.
We'll send you the bill. This market.
I would be, all this year, what I've done, I'll be running for National Women's Organizer of the NPP. And so when we come back, we'll get into it. Have a Merry Christmas, everybody, and may God protect us and bring us all back safely.
Thank you, ladies. Hajia Hamdatu Ibrahim.
Excellent.
Thank you. Very much appreciated. I think the whole team is so appreciative, and we are grateful. Hajia Hamdatu Ibrahim, former acting chairperson, potential presidential candidate for the CPP, and Ellen Amadeko, NPP National
presidential candidate,
NPP National Women's Organizer, hopeful for the NPP, and also a communication team member.
You baby, a baby. So I'm going
to these jabs that are flowing. Okay, I'm loving it. Thank you, ladies, for being a part of our show. We appreciate you, and to show you that we do, and the fact to highlight the fact that we care about you and we appreciate everything you do for us. We've prepared some nice surprises for you in your cars. Wow. So once you get into your cars, it will be explosive. You open the boot, boom.
Hey.
Explosive.
You'll
be pleasantly surprised.
All right.
So we are grateful to you. We are also grateful to
advance.
You're welcome. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. We wish a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year to all the panel members who have been on our show. KKD, Oscar Provençal, Prof. Mauto, Ben Techi, Dr. Ojo, Dr. Jindi, Reverend Lawrence Tete, Sheikh Aremiyao Shaibu. We appreciate every single person. Justice. We also grateful to Government Service. Dr. Ato Arthur is in the house and we'll be speaking to him. The ARC band will be entertaining us very, very shortly, but we'll go to Takoradi, the capital of the Western region, where there is a masquerade festival taking place. Our correspondent Mary Aziz Tunde has sent us a lovely report, and it's about all the activities that have gone on as they prepared for the Masquerade Festival. It's an annual event celebrated by the people of Takoradi in Ghana, and the main attraction is dozens of people who dress up. So teams who dress up in matching outfits and they come to display on the street. So it's like a Takoradi street carnival. So here are some scenes from Takoradi, and then when we return, the ARC band will entertain us with some more amazing music. It's still GTV Breakfast. Enjoy.
Keep an eye. We are looking at preparations for the masquerade event, which is now noted for Takoradi. When you talk of masquerade or anchors, that is how we call it around here. It is all about the anchors, which will be coming up on the 23rd, the 24th, the 25th, and I'm sure on the 26th and New Year days, and the events to follow as well. So here we are at the Supreme Warehouse. We were at some places earlier, and there the sewing was still going on. But here I see you are distributing. The guys are coming. I saw outside a lot of guys are coming, but I see them in sacks. What's happening here?
Generally, you wouldn't have finished sewing 2 weeks before, but now we have, and we have the biggest number.
How many members do you have, and when did you start preparations?
We started way early. We started sewing in March, and then we have a total costume sewn 2,825. Wow. Yes, and so it's just been great. The tailors have been awesome, and all down to organization and proper planning, and that's why we are here. And then our CEO, Kain Ketsi, MPS offered us this facility to be able to store our huge numbers. Okay. Yeah,
I see a lot going on here. Groups, so you have them in sacks for the.
Yes. So
is it branches? How is it like?
Yes, because there are different groups. In order for you to ensure easy distribution, easy mobilization, coordinating, we segregate them. So we do what's called branches. So masquerading groups have branches just to allow either information dissemination, allow organization, proper organization on a more decentralized way. So that's what we do. So the bags have been done in such manner as well to ease distribution.
Great. Now let's talk about masqueraders in general, or anchors. Around here it's anchors. Just a few years ago, it used to be like a preserve for, excuse me to say, the cobblers, the school dropout. But now I see the people, they call it jumping. The people jumping this year. There are CEOs, there are corporates, and there are leaders. What is happening? What's brought about this change?
Funny enough, it has always been there, where it wasn't just the cobblers or the, in quotes, riffraff who actually partook in masquerading or the jump. It's just that the focus was on them, unfortunately.
Because I know there are parents who never allowed their kids to join, but now I see a lot of kids are joining. Fathers are going with their children, the girls and the boys. Everybody is a family.
Very much so. Very much so. It's because when you let people see the culture, when you let people see what really it's about, when you let people see the essence of it, they get to appreciate.
Do you meet to
rehearse? Yeah.
Because the steps are the same. I see even the kids, they have the footworks. It's nice. What new things are we expecting?
Okay, so unlike before, now huge numbers, for instance, Supreme Masqueraders, 2,800. We're difficult to assemble them and rehearse. When we first started, in our first year, we had 180 members. That's in 2000, and we were the second highest group then. And now we are the largest group with over 2,000. It's difficult to rehearse. And because of modernity, thanks to social media and hypes like this, I mean, this didn't used to be in the past. So these are some of the new things. This opening up people's eye, trying to explain to them. These are the new things that we are bringing on board. And for people to understand that it's not just about coming to just walk on the street, but to really see and experience Sekeni Takraw, the Western region, and the whole of Ghana. So these are some of the new things that masquerading is only a tool. So it's like it's that train that brings the people here for them to get into town and do whatever they want to do.
I met this 12-year-old handsome boy here. He's here for his uniform as well, I know. What's your name?
Justice Osubiliako.
And for how long have you been a member of Supreme?
Just 3 years. This is my 40th.
People watching you from all over Ghana and other places, wherever they are watching for, what will you tell them?
I'll tell them to come to Takrady to enjoy, experience this Anchors Club called Supreme Masqueraders. It is very fun, have a lot of members, and also good to come to.
And do you know there are some parents, some mommies and daddies, they don't want their children to be part of any masquerade group. What will you tell them?
Tell them to encourage their kids so that they can also come and join, because some parents are also from their patrons, those which are high in business, which can come and join us too.
Which group are you with?
This Supreme.
So you are with Supreme.
Yeah,
also. I know you have some terms. What are they?
Supreme one share, yeah share.
What share about it?
Yeah share, one share they were town. One share the buggers were town. Buggers were town. This employee a Supreme and they will lay down.
The main one. So everybody coming from
hey, Charlie.
What are you telling me?
Master Afi say I'm better share with Supreme man. Now we'll lay down.
No, everybody should come and share with Supreme. Otherwise, why?
Hey, what I to take no. That no. I don't think don't want that to happen again. It's and we call representatives in Takrady.
Welcome to the Breakfast Show. This is the Act Band. Son, you feel it? Tell you what's in the paper, what will it say? Put the party beside my bullet. I went there with my girlfriend, Gule, there with his girlfriend. There are two girls that like a Sophie. So many people that they inside my bullet. I just want to say which can party, everything, everything there. We say, I get many girls and they come from nowhere. They check out and they like control way. Almost go babe. We just having fun. We won't carry on. Crazy girl like the stallion. But my girlfriend, they hear the champion. That's why I hold on tight. I hold on jet. Hold on tight. I hold on jet. That's why me I hold on tight. I hold on jet. I hold on tight. I hold on jet. Let's go. You can do better. You may do for me, do better. Anyway, I get better. Now we get up. I say plenty. So many girls, I wanna go to the group photo before the Baba them tell us to go. We say I get many girls so they come from the way. They just boy them girl go through away. Almost see go babe. We just having fun. We won't carry on. Crazy God like my stallion. That's my girlfriend, they hear they tell me on. That's why we hold on tight. Hold on tight. Hold on tight. Hold on tight. That's why we hold on tight. Hold on tight. Hold on tight. Hold on tight. Let's go. I feel it. Just to listen to the Ag Band. Say come past my Mary Jane. I'm high and alive, wanna meditate. So allow me, make I enjoy life. The problem not the finish, oh yeah. Every day different wahala. Problem not the finish, oh yeah. I just wanna party every day. I just wanna party every day. So pass me the touch it. Music girl come wine on the cocky. Ten toes my dog make me touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it. As the pass the touch it. Music girl come wine on the cocky. Ten toes my dog make me touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it. I say shut up and bend over. Let's up back the talking over. I say back up and bend over. Let's up back the talking over. I want to chop my life. I want to be happy. I want to dance and party. Feel the rhythm of my body. I just wanna party every day. I just wanna party every day. So pass me the touching. Yes, I.
Just when I wanted to go there and do my thing, then they stopped the music. But don't worry, Arc Band will give us more music. On the 24th of December 2021, this is our Christmas Eve show, hashtag GTV Breakfast. Our WhatsApp number 055-556-1034. Still to come, Val sits down with the Paradise Crew, and I sit down with High Life legendary crooner Pat Thomas, who is in the house. I saw him tapping his feet to the music of Arc Band, and he will be on pretty soon. But for now, we're going to be talking about power at the local level and how to make sure that power is devolved to every little district in this country. To help me with the conversation is the head of the local government service, Engineer Dr. Nana Atu Arthur. Good morning and Merry Christmas to you.
Good morning, sir, and many happy returns.
It's good to. I also felt that you wanted to go and dance some.
I wanted to dance just at the time that I was getting there. I realized that. But I'll be asking for one song from Kofi Kinata.
Okay, good.
You get what I mean?
Yes. So Agban, get ready. Dr. Arthur wants a Kofi Kinata jam. So good to have you here. Let's go straight into business. I was looking at the vision of the organization you had, and I'll quote it: a world-class, decentralized, and client-oriented service.
Thank you very much. But before I get there, permit me to thank my mom and my dad. Some 60 years ago, they gave birth to a boy, and that boy is sitting here today as a man.
I see.
So today is my birthday, 60 years of age.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You look young.
24 December 1961.
Christmas Day.
24 December 2021.
It's 60 years.
60 years today. And I thank God for everything. Amen. Now I'm sure you do so now mo biara uti here na afishiapa. Afishiapa nkran bakada afi.
Yes.
Ebe so bakada azi. Ekpe yeye.
Well done. Nice one.
It's and to come to the question, I had the office of the head of local government service. You know, years back, before 2003, we had only one service, that was civil service. So as per Access 56 of 2003, civil service gave birth to what I call the local government service. What that for means is that staff at the ministries and the department agencies belong to the civil service. And then those at the sub-national level refer to the local governments and the staff.
What is the sub-national?
Sub-national level in Ghana, we are referring to the 16 regional coordinating councils, 261 metro municipal assemblies. So if you are in Oti, if you are in Savannah, if you are in Upper West, Upper East, Central, Greater Accra, Ashanti, Brun East, Brun, Ahafo, Western North, Western Region, 16 of them, the staff are staff of the local government service. Let us understand it this way. The regional ministers are not staff of local government service. They belong to the office of president. At MMDA level, Metro Municipal Assembly level, the staff from the coordinating director to the last person is the staff of local government service. The MMDCs report to the Ministry of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development. So that is the distinction.
Okay. What is the difference between the organization you had and the Ministry of Local Government and Rural
Very
Development?
different.
What's the difference?
Just like you're asking, what's the difference between the Office of Civil Service and Ministry of Food and Agric? The ministry is one of the ministries that devolves policies for the local government service. So we implement policies of the government. Policies for Ministry and Food and Agric, for instance. You know, when you go to the RCCs and MMDAs, they are staff of local government service. They are not staff of the civil service. Those are the ministry, I mean Agric. Those are the ministry and civil service staff. Those are the regions, MMDAs, they are local government service staff. Okay. You go to feeder routes. Those are the regions and MMDAs, they are staff of local government service. You go to gender ministry, social welfare, at the regional level, MMDA level, they are staff of the local government service. You go to the Ministry of Local Government, Decentralization, Community Development, regional level, MMDA level, they are staff of local government service. So it's entirely different from the ministry. Ministry would direct local government service that this is a policy of the government, implement it. Food and Agric will tell us this is 1D, 1F. How is good local government service implementing this policy? So that's the distinction between the ministry and the office of the local government, service.
Thank you for that clarification. And you've been in the position now for
almost 5 years.
Almost 5 years.
Yeah, from March 2017.
What would you say are some of the key things you've achieved in almost 5 years?
Let me start by saying that before I got to the office, I realized that most of our staff get to office late. They leave office before 5 p.m. So we came with what we refer to as electronic biometric clocking system. Every assembly had to have that clocking system. You come to office as a staff, you clock when you are coming in. When you are leaving office, you clock. This has improved the punctuality of our staff going to office. Because you see, those days when they were only registering in a book, even if somebody came at 9, before I realized 801, 802, 803, 804, it doesn't matter when you entered. He wanted to let the whole world know that I got to office perhaps before 8:15. So even if somebody had written 811 and didn't take care of what is before the person, you realize from 811 the person is 804.
I must imagine that there must have been some resistance to this new system. And I also read some reports that some district assemblies actually reverted back to the book system.
No, we directed since March last year because of the COVID pandemic. We feared who came earlier and then clogged whether the person has COVID-19 or something. So we directed since March last year that we should stop the use of the clocking system and get back to the normal this, but at least
the 801, 822, 823 will come back again.
No, because they had actually been converted to the clocking system this time around, although some may go late, but it's not as before.
So are they honest now? Are they putting the right times?
Very honest, and also we are putting in awards or rewards and sanctions. Those who do well, we reward them. If you don't do well, there are sanctions. The first has to be with the naming and shaming. If at a forum, just yesterday, we had a end of year there as Officer of Local Government, as Closag, Nathan Kwao Hall. And we gave awards to those who have done well in the service. Those who are not doing well, we wanted the whole wide world to get to know that, no, you can't be coming to your office at 8:30, 8:45, 9 o'clock. No.
So were you shaming people?
Yes.
You mentioned names?
We did. My team, they are here with me. We did. Because, and that's not the first time. We do it only time that the service organizes what we call staff deba. And we are doing this so that it can be replicated in the RCCs and MMDAs.
Okay.
But it's important. Just imagine you woke up at about 8 o'clock, you wanted to pass by Iwaso West or maybe Okankwe North, check on your maybe building permit or something. Because you know you have to come to your office about 9 here. You get to our place and it's like a cemetery. Nobody in the office. Is that right? No. We start work at 8 o'clock. And that is one of the reasons why we have come with what we call performance contracts. So, in all the 260 now, 261, Guan is the latest disassembly. You know Guan, the capital is Lipemate. All the 261 MMDAs, they sign contract. The coordinating directors represent the staff, signs contract with the chief executives who represent the president.
What are the details of the contract? What are they supposed to do or not do? How are you measuring
First of all, you need to look at one. We always say we fish with fish. How are you improving on your IGF, internal generated revenue? Somebody will ask, oh, but if Tema gets 2 million and if a Kumfi central agent gets 200, is Tema not better? No. Percentage improvement. Let's say Tema last year had 2 million Ghana cedis. This year 3 million is 50% improvement. Let's say Kumfi had 20,000 Ghana cedis last year. This year 400,000 Ghana cedis. It's 100%. So Kumfi has performed better than Tema.
Yeah.
So we are not looking at the the figure, no. Yeah. Percentage improvement. That's one of them. We're also talking about infrastructure. In your budget, you decided that you are going to put up 1 number 3 classroom block or 2 number 3 classroom blocks. Were you able to implement it? Was it timeous? It's important for us to look at all this. Then we also want to look at sanitation. A president talks about Accra becoming the cleanest city. At my level where I'm coming from, we talk about the 261 MMDs. So what are you doing when it comes to sanitation? You understand? And so these are the key performance areas, about 5 of them. Then we develop key performance indicators, which you use to measure performance. Okay. And that's what we've been doing. And at least it is really improving service delivery in the 261 MMDs. We may not be there now, but I think we are getting there. Things are really improving.
So, in terms of attendance to work and then the existence of performance contracts, you would say those would be some of your big achievements.
One that I need to add, the working tour. Every year we visit no less than 50 assemblies in Ghana. We have 261, and we have the Office of Head Local Government Service with my chief director and other directors. We can't sit in Accra. Somebody will say, work day ground. You know what I mean?
So what did you see when you went to ground?
We need to know where even the staff, their working conditions. Do they have the tools to work with? We need to know where the staff, where they live.
What has really surprised you? What has surprised you on those working visits?
I went to a district in Upper West, Dafiamabusi Isa, DBI, and I really commended the staff in the sense that although they had quite a nice office, you go to some of them where they are staying, they are living, they find it very difficult to get even places. I mean, when I say places, you are looking at where people think that I'm a staff local government, I'm an engineer, I'm HR, I'm procurement officer, coordinating director. The office is unable to build staff flats. And so you needed to go and look for a place to stay. It was not the best of places.
And where were they staying? What are some of the places they were staying?
No, I mean, you get to a place that the staff is staying, that they don't even have toilets in the homes. So you need to walk maybe some distance if there is a public, place of easing yourselves. And this is why I want to commend most of our staff what they are doing in the various MMDAs.
How are you helping them, some of those who are going through all these challenges?
What we're trying to do is that, look, somebody is in Accra, another person, DBI, that Femabusi is STK, so Latuna Kalba. What we can do, or what we are doing is this. Anytime there is a program, for instance, let me say this, JICA has been really helping us with scholarships.
Japan International Cooperation
Agency. Helping us with scholarships for master's program, for short-term programs. So when it comes like this, we consider those from the less endowed assemblies. Just last month, we had different plan officers from Western North and from Uti, who are in Japan as we speak. We think that
what can the Japanese teach us? What can they teach us about local government?
There are a lot of things that I myself have traveled to Japan for a 1-month course on a human resource.
What did you learn?
I learned a lot. You know, we have a system here we call appraisal. The appraisal system, we have a lot to learn from what Japanese do. And that is what I went to study and I shared with my director, HR, my chief director. And I can tell you that when it comes to local governance, Japanese are doing well.
I'm just curious, how do they appraise their people, which is different from what we do here?
Good. What is different from what we do here is that appraisal system begins from January. From January appraisal system, because we need to sit down and say that within this year, 2022, what is my boss expecting from the subordinate? So we say that we agree that this year, these are the things that the engineering department, if you're the head of works, these are things that we're going to do. We sit down, something that since you're expecting from me to perform, it should be under my control. The activities should be under control. Do you have the resources? That's the subordinate that you expect to do A, B, C, D, has to be the computers, have this and that. So it starts from January. And then before midterm, the head sits down with the subordinate. We agree that we're going to do A, B, C, D. At the end of the year, appraisal. The head appraises the subordinate and sit down and say that no, for this indicator, I'm giving you 1 to 5. For this indicator, I'm giving you 3. I'm giving you 4. And so at the end of the year, or the 4-year period for us, the 4-year period that we promote our staff, it forms part of your promotional interview and others.
Okay.
So you think, so people are very serious about performance appraisal. Unlike what we don't do much about that unless somebody preparing to go for interview at Public Services Commission. Okay. They will start looking for appraisal for the last 2-3 years. No.
So you learned this when you went to Japan?
Yes. Okay. And we are sharing with the RCCs and MMDAs what we need to do about. And then in Japan, punctuality. Chief, if they say we're going to office at 8 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock. If you say we're having a meeting at 1 p.m., it's 1 p.m. There's also what they have, they call open offices. Open offices is this. This is an office where about 6 workstations. You know, I'm sitting here, you are sitting there. So this issue about Ghana, the bribery issue, and this is that we talk about. In Japan, if we are taking 6 at our workstations, how can somebody come and even leave an envelope with? Everybody will see it. So that also reduces that corrupt practices that is all over.
So if I were to come to the office of the local government service, would I see more open offices?
We would now, we are not, because we don't have the space. But we are putting up a new office complex. When you come to my office, huge office complex, where we are introducing open work stations, you know, so that it's like learning from best practices.
Indeed.
And it's not only in Japan. When you go to my bank offices,
it's all open.
Oh, they're open.
Okay.
That's what they do there.
All right. My guest is Engineer Dr. Nana Atu Arthur, head of the local government service. We're looking at how power can be devolved as much as possible to build a robust local authority. What's number 055-556-1034. Let's talk about these 4 districts. Santrokofi, Akpafu, Lolobi, Likpe. How has the fact that they were not able to vote for their MP in the last election been impacted by your work? How have you been able to help them?
The SAL, the Central Kofi Akpafo Lobby is what referred to the one district. It's still not a constituency. We're hoping that very soon the district, the constituency will be created so that they will be able to have their own.
So does that mean that we'll have a 276 MPs instead of 275?
That is what the electoral commission creates. If the electoral commission creates, definitely become an added constituency. Just like we're having 260 MPs. When Guan was created, we don't have 261.
Okay.
So before that, Nabu Kofi area comes around the Central Kofi. So when we met Kofi, for the reason, Kofi was saying that she's the acting MP. Although we don't have anything like that. It's interesting, but I believe that very soon that constituency will be created so that they will have their own.
Do you know what the timelines are for the decision?
That is not within my area. I am in charge of local government service. And you see, earlier on, you asked a question about the ministry and local government service. In Ghana today, we are looking at 3 forms of decentralization: political decentralization, administrative decentralization, fiscal decentralization. All these, if you're talking about political, that area doesn't fall within my realm. That is policy level, executive level.
So you are with admin?
We are with admin. We are in charge of administrative decentralization.
Okay. I love that. So these south areas,
their staff.
Yes.
Their staff. I have provided staff in that assembly.
So things are working on the ground at your level.
Very well. Myself and Honorable Damboche were there when the assembly was actually inaugurated. At a policy level, political level, Honorable Damboche had to show the leadership. At our level, at administrative decentralization, do you have the staff there? What are some of the resources that we have there for them? Laptops and others. And I can tell you, at that time, Honorable Damboche, that is the ministry, made sure that there were vehicles straight away there, for the staff to work with. And so that is the area where we come in. Are the staff there? Are they adequate? And not only that, just recently, we were doing some replacement in my office. We engaged the regional minister of Uti that the assemblies being new and for the fact that they don't have enough staff, we made sure strategically 5 staff per assembly. 5 times there are 9 assemblies in Uti. 5 times 9, 45. So we provided 45 new staff. We just had their posting. They're starting on January 4th. So we make sure that every assembly gets the requisite staff. And thanks to Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, within the last 4.5, 5 years that I've been at the service, we recruited over 10,000 staff.
In fact, when I go to your website, a lot of the announcements are about recruitments.
Yes.
I checked it out this morning.
Yes.
And there are announcements on recruitment.
About 10,000 staff. Just recently, we had financial clearance to recruit staff at the lower level. In the sense that you go to some of our offices, they do not have cleaners. They do not have drivers. They do not have security. So this is what we had also got in financial clearance. Next year, for our February, every assembly should be able to get a certain number of cleaners, certain number of security officers, certain number of drivers. You see, so the assemblies must work.
Okay.
If you are looking at the Ghana that we want to start from the MMDAs. You see, I keep on saying this. His Excellency the President talks about Ghana beyond aid. At our level, what is Ghana besides the 261 MMDAs?
Do you get your money on time?
Timely. There's nobody, even within this COVID pandemic, there's nobody in the service who will say that for 1 month he has not been paid. No, we don't. Unless those who have just been recruited. Those who have been recruited recently, normally they work for about 3 months, 3 to 4 months before they get their salary.
How are they expected to survive? I mean, working for 3 months, not getting paid.
It takes time. They need to go for their biometric
information.
Data.
90 days? No, this is not how the Japanese will do it.
Not the Japanese, but now, sister, I'm telling you what happens.
Yeah, but it's 90 days a long
time.
But
it used to be far more. So we are doing well. Within 3 months, newly recruiter staff will get their salary normally within 3-4 months maximum.
It should be done.
It comes cumulatively, and you get somebody who has been home for over 4 years, 5 years.
So 3 months is nothing.
Oh, no. That thing comes in bulk, and the person is so happy.
They're happy.
Let me also tell you something. Sanitation. Last year, all those who graduated from the 3 schools of hygiene, who had been home from 2010 to 2019,
right.
10 years, the 3 schools of hygiene, Accra, who, Tamale.
So you absorb them all?
We recruited all of them. All that we did was to get the list from the schools.
Okay.
So to tell you that this number graduated in 2010, this number in 2011. We recruited them all. As we're doing now, those who graduated in 2020, we again recruited all of them. Those who have started for over 10 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Couple of quick questions. So, Graphic Online reported on the 10th of February 2021 that you support election of MMDCEs. We also know that a lot of the two major parties tend to reward their faithfuls with these positions. You're supporting it flies in the face of those sentiments, don't you think so?
No, you see, I will today, tomorrow, 10, 20, 30 years to come, support election of MMDCs, support election of assembly members on partisan basis. Clear. Let me start from the assembly members. My brother, today, if we say we're going for election of assembly members, even the smoke that somebody is using to advertise for the campaign, the colors will show MPP and DC. The poster alone. So why are we playing like ostriches? That thing is clear. MPP and DC, every assembly that you go.
So partisan elections, you support it?
I support fully.
What about the
election of...
So people say this thing may bring too much partisanship and too much aggression at that level.
But the thing is already there.
It's already there.
Look.
We should just tap into the aggression which is already
there.
there.
Let's call the spade a spade. Look, if you don't know about this, when presidents appoint someone and we are going to confirm the person at the assembly as a DC, that is where you see MPP and DC. Anytime they are electing their PMs,
presiding members,
that is where you see MPP. I can give a lot of examples.
One example before we run.
Just recently, in Abu Asebu Kwamankasi, in Abubakia in the central region, for 4 years, they didn't have a PM. And I said it that these people, they are waiting for the time the president will nominate a DCE. And truly, when president nominated a DCE, now the assembly members, the NDC said, that if I the PM, we also support you for the DCE to be confirmed. And what's like it was done. It is partisan.
Right.
And then come to the MMDC is why I support election. Look, there's something we call downward accountability. Accountability principle, theoretically, we have upward, downward, horizontal. Look, upward is like I'm a DC appointed by President Nana Dankwa.
Accountable to him.
I'm upwardly accountable to him.
Yeah.
If I were elected, I'm downwardly accountable to the people who elected me. And so it will not be like singing the song of the president, well, I'll remain the DC, unlike doing what the people have commanded me in my backyard. Unlike what they expect me to do. So when you are elected, I am of the view that you will be, and research has shown, has proven, you'll be downwardly accountable to them.
Which is what you want.
Which is what I want.
Okay. Will it happen? Briefly.
Well, I will wish that we revisit the aborted referendum.
Okay.
So that we'll be able to amend Article 55(3) of the Constitution. So I will go for another consequential amendments. So that we'll be able to do that.
All right.
I'm all for it.
Fantastic. Engineer Dr. Nanato Arthur, your wishes for the new year for the local government service, and then we wrap up this conversation.
Good, thank you very much.
And allow you to
Staff
go
of the local government service. First of all, I want to commend you, the good work you have done, even within this pandemic. They've done so well.
Okay.
I wish all the staff of the local government service, and even by extension, my Versailles mate is Nanajo Amina, who's in head of civil service, and work very closely, but I've learned a lot from him. Nana Ajekum Jamna is the head of civil service. So not only the staff of local government service, both state and local, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a joyous and a happy New Year in advance.
All right.
Africa.
And talking of official part, today is your own special New Year.
Yeah.
It's your Diamond Jubilee.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Surprise.
Surprise for you now.
That is why you live to the authentic and trusted voices of the nation.
Thank you very much. So we're going to sing a beautiful song for you as you celebrate your birthday today. Yes.
You are allowed to sing and dance.
You got your Kinata song.
Wait, hold on. So that you can dance with us. Hey. Oh, you got skills. Come, you need to get up.
Off you go.
Yeah.
Off you
Look here. We'll be singing happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. No, wait, you sing happy birthday, then we do it. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, sir.
Happy birthday, song.
To you.
Happy birthday. You look at the guy, you take a picture of him. Yeah. You can catch it now and happy. Come, help me.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
You hold on.
Okay.
God bless you.
Let me give him a bite.
Now you can start. It's for you.
Adofo enanom ene abusuafo yema ye na ye ho afihia pa na sɛnea monim no edu saa mmerɛ yi a ɛyɛ nigye da ɛyɛ nigye mmerɛ mesrɛ mo boys and girls sɛ yɛma yɛ ni agye so a na yɛ celebrate in moderation covid wo ho yɛ nkɔ ebi so yɛ real pa sɛnea bɛyɛ ebetumi asan hyia wɔ afefoforo mu nti afidi a bɛtumi make sure at least o seat belt deɛ wabɔ tɔ yɛ driver ni so a ɛntina stay anakyi na ɛkɔnɔ mɛgya ɔyɛ mixture no asa no nom bi so aka ho Ghana yɛn wɔ sɛ afe a yɛbɛsɛ sim no yɛbɛsa ato na afe akɔ asa aba abɛto yɛ biem na ma mo nyinaa afihyia go come make you no go die it's better to be late than to be the late stay alive.
My paddy go come make you no go die.
Every day he has a drink filled with malt. Every day he has a drink filled with malt and milk. Every day he has a drink filled with malt, milk, and cocoa. Every day he needs the nutritious goodness of Milo. Milo, the energy to go further. This advert is FDA approved.
The show was a jar of bar and a dim.
The groom is sick.
What?
Malaria.
Malaria. Look fat.
malaria enka won to them. Lufat, eye malaria drop a coupe.
And now you may kiss the bride.
Entrance Pharmaceuticals and Research Center. And I Lufat. Lufat, a 2 malaria sententem. FDA, Kasa, a Teddy Kratoi Ajatum.
Malcolm Santa, nah. Malcolm Santa rewards you for shopping this Christmas. For every 400 Ghana cedis spent at Malcolm from 6th to 31st December, you don't only get the best bargains from your #1 shop. You can also win your share of a $250,000 Ghana cedis and gift vouchers every day. 25 return holiday packages to Dubai, or drive home any of 3 spanking brand new MG SUVs. Some go chop big money, some go fly go Dubai, some go drive MG SUVs. What you go do? Jingle bells, jingle bells. All you for do is spend 400 Ghana cedis, then enter the draw. Chop, drive, enjoy or fly with Malcolm Santa presents for Monday to 31st December.
Gaming Commission of Ghana will draw and announce winners.
Malcolm Santa, nah, yeah, Debronya. Terms and conditions apply. Errors and omissions accepted. Malcolm,
where Santa shines.
I swore an oath on 7th January to be faithful and true to the Republic of Ghana. And that is exactly what I'm doing in the fight against Galamsey.
Yenjai, yenjai, Galamsey. Yenjai, yenjai, Galamsey. Yenjai, 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 Galamsey, este Ghana. Ghana, mine, Emenasu, Galamsey, SSA, Jayo, my combo, na ye mine, say, and say, I pepper. Yenjai, yenjai, Galamsey. Yenjai, yenjai, Galamsey. Yenjai, 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 Galamsey, este Ghana. Galamsey, yes, you are say, oh. Galamsey, and forest, I say, oh. Galamsey, in call for you. Say, a bunch of wow, bedem. Yenjai, yenjai, Galamsey. Yenjai, yenjai, Galamsey. Yenjai, 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 Galamsey, este Ghana. Yeah, my Ghana, yes, a man in sale. Yeah, my Ghana, yes, a man in sale. Yeah, my Ghana, yes, a man in sale. Galamsey, master. Galamsey, master. Galamsey, master. Galamsey, master. Galamsey.
You ready now? You ready now? You ready now? You ready now? Yeah.
Welcome to my side of the couch, the warm side of the breakfast table. And I'm going to be talking to a group of young people who annually they organize a gospel concert to sort of bring it's a non-denominational actually sort of group, and they bring the youth together to some sort of concert. But it's in the church. It's a gospel concert. And so I have joining me, I have Zipporah, I have John, I have Ebenezer, and I have Nyamiye. So these young people are going to be telling us what the Paradise Crew is about and the annual event you guys host every day. So who make up the Paradise Crew?
Okay, so the Paradise Crew is made up of several students in diverse institutions in
Can
Ghana.
you speak up, please?
The Paradise Crew is made up of students in several institutions in Ghana.
All right.
Yes, please.
Okay.
And some are in the tertiary level, some secondary school level.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So which level are you from? Which level are you guys on?
Tertiary.
Tertiary.
Yes. Please.
Okay. So what do you aim to achieve? What do you do? What's the Paradise Crew about? Tell us about it.
Okay. So every year we come up with this annual gospel concert. It's dubbed the next level. And the next level, through the next level, we seek to ensure that the gospel is spread to all through diverse ministrations and involvement of people who have the desire to do God's work. It's a program of impact. It's a program of transformation. Yes, please. And anyone who has been to our program can attest to the fact that our program is a blessing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's basically a youth gospel event,
yes,
right?
Please.
Okay. How long have you guys been holding this? What's it called? What's it called? What's the event called?
The Next Level.
The Next Level. Okay.
Yes.
So the Paradise Crew, you guys organize the Next Level. Is
yes,
that
please.
it? Yes, okay. So how long have you been organizing the Next Level? This year makes it which year?
The 3rd edition.
The 3rd edition.
Yes, please.
Okay.
For the past 2 years.
Okay. So where was the 1st edition held?
At the Foursquare Gospel Church, Matayiko.
Okay, and the 2nd edition?
Foursquare Gospel Church, Matayiko.
And this edition, where is it going to be held?
It's going to be at the Foursquare Gospel Church, Matayiko, inside Central University campus.
Okay, that's where it's going to be held.
Yes, please.
Okay, so what are we to expect? What are we to expect? Ministration from gospel artists?
Yes, please.
Poems?
Yes,
what
please.
are we to expect? Tell us.
So this year's event is actually fully and power-packed. Yes, please. As we said earlier on, we minister through diverse ministrations. So there's a spoken word part, there's the word ministration, there's the music ministration, there's the dance music aspect. Exactly. And through all these ministrations, people's lives are transformed. For someone, a person's impact may be through spoken word. For someone, it might be through the word. For someone, it might be through the music. So we actually cater for all these aspects to cause a blend and affect lives differently.
Right.
Yes, please. So I want to encourage all watching that this year's event is going to be bigger, it's going to be better, it's going to be mega. We have Philip Achale coming on board. We have Pastor Lamonfo, a renowned movie director and a pastor. We have Pastor Sisi Beidu. We have Reverend Manuel Tete, and we have Minister Kevin Sasu, all on the bill.
Okay.
Yes,
Ebenezer, tell us how successive last year's own was. How successful was it?
Last year's program,
you have to speak up,
went quite well. We had recording an attendance of about 300 to 350 for over the past 2 years. And
over what?
Over the past 2 years.
200 to
300.
Okay, of young people.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then there are elderly people also involved, so any age can attend.
Okay. So who make up the Paradise Crew? Is it just you four, or you have other people? Do you have chapters in other institutions? Like, tell us, give us the whole 411. What is the Paradise Crew about? Yes, because we just see you four.
Yes, please. Okay, so we have other members. We have other members from several institutions. Exactly. Yes, please. But then, as I said, it's a non-denominational crew.
Yes.
So it's open. It's universal. Outsiders can join.
How do you get to join?
Okay, how do you get to join? So we have this platform, or we have a medium where you have to send a letter or an application letter here to our email address.
Individuals or organizations. So an individual, a young person can just send.
Yes, please, and we'll go through it and yeah.
Okay, where do the young people, or somebody wants to be a part of the Paradise Crew, how do they get involved? Where do they contact you? Are you on social media? Do you have numbers?
We have
a website?
They can follow us on Instagram, _paradise_crew, or our email address, the Paradise Crew 2019 @gmail.com. Yes,
right,
please.
Paradise Crew 2019
at gmail.com.
Yes, right. Okay, so tell us when the next level is taking place, where it's being held, the time when it's starting. Are we supposed to get tickets? Do we have a dress code? Do we have a red carpet? Who are some of the artists who are going to be there, the poets?
Yes,
give us the 411.
Okay, so this year's edition is going to transpire next week Tuesday at the Foursquare Gospel Church at 12 noon prompt. And we are encouraging all to come on time. As I said, there's a program of impact, so come expectant. Come knowing that when you are leaving, you'll be hungry, you want more. And at the end, Jesus will be glorified. As we have Minister Philip Ajale coming, a seasoned minister of the gospel. We have Minister Kevin Sass, we have Pastor Sisi Beidou, we have Pastor Pascal Amanfo, a renowned movie director, and we have Reverend Manuel Tete, all on the bill.
Right.
It's a power pack program.
I can see that.
Yes,
so you two gentlemen are the speakers for the group, but these two ladies are the singers of the group, right?
Yes.
Okay. So are you going to be performing at the next level? Are you going to be performing? Okay. So Nyame Ye and Zipporah, can you sing?
Okay.
You can't sing. You can just. Ebenezer, can you sing? Okay. So. What are you guys, the two ladies, what are you doing on next level? What song are you going to be ministering?
Okay, we have, there's going to be a worship session. There's also going to be a praise jam and some song ministration.
Right.
As the Paradise Crew. So not just us, there are other players.
Okay, so you also run us through the time, place, and everything again, and then the website if people want to get more information or a hashtag to follow. But then get your voices ready because we're in the Christmas season. You guys are going to sing a Christmas carol before we leave here. Okay?
Yes.
Sure. So run us through the time for the event again.
Okay, so again, the next level 2021 will be transpiring next week Tuesday at the Foursquare Gospel Church.
I like that, transpiring.
Inside Central University campus at 12 noon prompt. On the bill, we have Pastor Pascal Amanfo, Reverend Manuel Tete, Minister Philip Ajale, Pastor Sisi Beidou, and Minister Kevin Sass. You don't want to miss this. You have to be there. There's an encounter. There's an experience. It's a life-changing session. God bless us all.
God bless you too. But then I'm not going to let you leave without giving us a Christmas carol. So choose one. Over to you. Please make it worthwhile. Because the ARC band is in studio, you have to do better than them. Okay, so take us away then. Which Christmas carol are you guys going to be doing? Sure, take us away then. Okay, ready for you.
Apoto yenso bio Jonya mia domie wa mafe pato yen Afia ko apo Apoto yenso bio Jonya mia domie Okay, so here you go. I fully intend you guys to sing. So yeah. Thank you. And so we are wishing you success on the 3rd edition of the next level. Wishing you success. So you guys have to come back and give us their form on how it went. No?
Yes.
Okay, thank you guys. So I've been speaking with members of the Paradise Group. That's Zipporah, that's John, that's Ebenezer, and that's Nyami. And so we'll be seeing you at the 3rd edition of the Next Level concert. And that's how we spend part of our morning. We'll be taking a quick break. When we come back, it won't get any better than this because there's more singing in studio. And we are doing that with none other than the legendary Pat Thomas. We're taking a quick break.
There is just one thing I need.
Filled with malt. Every day he has a drink filled with malt and milk. Every day he has a drink filled with malt, milk, and cocoa. Every day he needs the nutritious goodness of Milo. Milo, the energy to go further. This advert is FDA approved.
Hashtag GTV Breakfast on the day before Christmas Day. My name is Kaf, and I've had so much fun. It's going to get even better now because telling me the music there, be so. And I'm so happy to have with me. I don't know why this is the first time I'm interviewing him, but I'm so glad. Yeah, it's happening at the right time. The golden voice of Kenyan music. It's Pat Thomas. Happy Shapa.
Good
to see you.
Good to see you too. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. When was the last time somebody called you Kwabena Nyamiche?
You are calling me Kobri.
That's your names.
Yes, yeah.
Yes,
my mom calls me that.
Your mom calls you that? Yeah. She's still alive?
Yeah, she's dead.
She's
gone.
She's gone? Oh,
yes,
wow.
Yeah,
May she rest in peace.
In peace, yeah.
So when anybody calls you Kwabena Nyamiche, then you think of your mom.
Yeah.
I know that you come from a very musical background.
That's right.
Both mom and dad.
That's right.
So your dad was
a music teacher.
Yeah, and your mom?
Singing band leader.
So was it just like you had to be a musician?
Well, I think so. I think so because both sides were, they were all musicians, and I didn't know that I was going to just come through that, but it just happened.
Give us a picture of what Christmas was like for you growing up in the 50s, because you're born in 46. And I can't believe that you're 75 this year because you just look so young and fresh.
Well,
give us a sense of what Christmas was like in a very musical family as yours.
Oh, it was so great, like I'll put it back when I was very young. We built this, leaves, bamboo leaves, and then we built the house, and everybody going in and out and enjoying biscuits and cokes and all that kind of things, and that it reminds me of when I was young.
And which part of Ghana was this, where you're growing up and enjoying
Kumasi,
biscuits?
anyway.
This is Kumasi.
Yeah.
Kumasi, Christmas in Kumasi.
Yes.
Were the Piccadilly biscuits still there at that time?
Yes. It's still there now. Still there.
Fantastic. And so what does Christmas mean to you as Pat Thomas?
Well, Christmas means a lot to me. Remembering my family, my wife and my family getting together, having a little party of our own. And it makes me, feel happy and with my family.
Are you always this chill and relaxed? I've never heard you shout before. What makes you, and what would make you behave like the Pat Thomas that we don't know? I mean, this is, you say you chill and relaxed, but what really will get you angry?
Why do you want to get me angry?
No, I'm just curious, man. I haven't seen you.
Well, it's hard for me to be angry. I'm always cool with myself, you know, and understand things the way it comes. If you get me angry, I'll cool down myself and make sure that nothing happens. You know, I don't want violence.
You don't want violence?
No, no.
You choose peace?
Yes, I always have peace, man. I don't want trouble.
It's almost illegal knowing that you are 75 because you look like you look 40.
Well, I don't know.
What's the secret, man?
My wife gives me good food to eat, though.
The wife gives you good food to eat?
Yes. Okay. Hi, my dear, I love you. And I take care of myself. I think, you know, apart from my wife's food, I do things that will make me feel good all the time.
What's a typical day with Pat Thomas? What would you do? I mean, it's just how do you get up? Is there a routine?
Wake up in the morning, just read my Bible, do my exercises, and then take breakfast and relax again.
When does songwriting come in? I mean, do you have a routine for songwriting? Is there a particular time of the day that you write a song?
No, when it comes, I write it. Anytime that it comes, I write it down.
You know, you speak to musicians and they tell you that if they don't trap the idea, it will just disappear.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Sometimes even in my dreams, it will come. But if I don't wake up to write it down, by the daytime, I'll forget about it.
So you trap it. If an idea came right now, what would you do? How would you trap that idea?
Well, I'll try to record it or write it down. Yeah.
How important is it for you to know how to play an instrument? I mean, your voice is your instrument, but do you play other instruments?
Yeah.
What do you play?
I play keyboards, I play guitar,
nice.
I play drums, I play congas.
Oh, you're a one-man band?
Yeah, except horns. I don't play horns.
You don't play horns?
Yeah.
So when you're composing, which instrument do you normally compose on? You compose on guitar?
Guitar and keyboard.
Okay, great. Who are your influences, really? Who are the people who you look up to in music and you say, hey, but for this person, I wouldn't have gone to where I am now?
I love Stevie Wonder.
You love Stevie Wonder?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like his music and... you're talking about...
No, musicians. I don't discriminate.
Oh, I like Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder.
He's my favorite singer.
Okay. He comes to Ghana quite often. Have you actually met him?
No, really. You haven't? I met him in, I think, U.S., one of U.S. countries. He was having a show and I went there.
Okay.
And I had a chance to go and say
You met him? You talked to him?
Sorry, I didn't take pictures with him.
But you talked to him? What did you tell him?
Oh, well, I asked him, how are you, my brother? I like you so much and I've been singing some of your songs and you're my favorite musician.
Yeah. I really want to hear you sing one of his songs. Which of his songs is favorite?
Stevie Wonder?
Yes. Just a little a cappella for me.
No New Year's Day. The heart of spring is something true. In fact, it's just another ordinary day. No April rain, no flowers bloom, no waiting Saturday within the heart of June. For what it is something true. But of this the words that ever say to you.
There we go.
I just love to say I love you.
We're always looking for the little hooks. Yeah, music arrangement is on point, and he's just a great musician.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. And on the Ghanaian scheme of things, in the Ghanaian or African musicians, who really does it for you?
Well, I like everybody.
You like everybody?
Everybody. I like them in my song, you know. I can't pinpoint one person, yeah.
I was really surprised to find out that there's a link between you and Asante Kotoko and music.
Oh, yeah. I did that.
Asante Kotoko, which one?
The Kotoko song.
Kotoko song?
Yeah.
You wrote that?
Yeah.
Why?
I love the team. I did it for the team.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is way back in the 80s?
Yeah, 82, 83.
Did they know you were going to write a song for them?
No. No.
So that's you?
Right, yeah.
You wrote that song?
That's it, yeah. Kafuide. I did it.
I mean, that is the song for Kotoko.
Yeah, right. You're right.
And did you register it as your own song, or you just gave it to them?
Yeah. I registered it as my song, but I gave it to them.
Yeah. Okay. So did what come out of that song?
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic. Yeah. Great stuff. That's a big surprise.
Yes, Lord.
And I know that you are so busy, even at this time in your life. Yeah. Where do you get the energy from?
Well, from God. I thank God that He's given me that strength to live and taking care of myself, doing what I like to do best.
All right. There are happy moments, but there are sad moments too.
Yeah.
What has been your most emotional and your saddest moment in your career?
When my mother died was my saddest day. Apart from that, I don't normally have any sad days.
Was it a shock to you? Did you know she was really sick? And
yeah, I knew he was sick, you know, but the time that she left me was a bad time for me.
Yeah. You still think about her?
Yeah.
Yeah. Write songs? Have you written any songs for her?
Yeah, I did one song for her.
Yeah.
And I did another one with Lumba.
Okay.
For her.
All right. Yeah. Before we get you, I'll leave you to go and sing for us because you're a singer. You've got to sing.
Okay.
Let's talk about Nana Pidu. We passed a couple of months ago.
Yeah, you're right.
How important was he to Ghanaian music?
Nana was so great. May he so rest in peace. I don't know. I have much to say about Nana Pidu, but I'll keep it short.
Keep it short.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anytime Nana sees me, he wants me to laugh. He will make sure that I open my. He sees my teeth. Yeah, he just wants me to laugh. So he will come and sit down with me, tell me stories, and that is the one thing that I love from Nana Pidu, and I always remember him for that. You know.
And before I get you to sing, let's talk about your daughter.
Yeah.
Yes. When are you going to sing a song with her?
I've been recording with her, but just that maybe it's not popular or something. But I've done something.
You've done some stuff with her, but it's not out for us to hear.
Oh, it's out already.
Okay.
It's out already.
All
but,
right.
We have something in line too.
Okay.
Coming out.
All right.
At the moment she's not here. She's in the US.
She's in the USA because we've got all these musical father-child combinations.
That's right.
Akwabwas. You have Nana Champon and Jackie.
That's right.
And then we want to see Papa
like that. Yeah.
And Nanaya.
So it's in demand.
It's in demand.
That's right.
Last question before I let you go. Where is the part coming from? Because I know you are Kwabena. You are
Mabuna.
Where did the part come from?
It's a long story.
I won't hear. Just give me the small
where I started from Takrady, the band that I went to meet them, they were rehearsing, and the singer was an Ewe guy.
Okay.
And he couldn't speak the tree.
Yes.
The song that they were learning KJC's song.
Masa.
Okay. That's right.
All right.
How did you know?
I did my work.
Okay. So they asked me to write the lyrics for the guy. I wrote it for him. And still he was not able to speak the tree.
Yes.
So they asked me if I could sing it.
Okay.
For them. Then I said, yeah, I could try.
So you sang the song?
Then I sang it.
Okay.
And from there, they asked me, they told me to stay because they wanted me to be
a singer.
The singer of the band. Right. And then they asked me, what's my guy name? I just said Pat Thomas, and he just came to.
He just came.
That's right.
You don't know any Pat Thomas?
No.
But when you came there, what did you introduce yourself as? What was your name when you
Kobra.
Kobra? Kobra Nyamiche.
Kobramu.
And then you just picked Pat Thomas.
Pat Thomas, that's all.
Nice.
I was trying to be a guy.
You're trying to be a guy. No, we love you, Pat Thomas. And it's now time for us to actually hear the stuff that you do. We have a great band here. They said, hey, man, we know his music. Who doesn't know his music? And they're ready to back you with some great music. So, ladies and gentlemen, on Christmas Eve, we're going to have a great performance right here on the set of GTV Breakfast. Act Band supporting the legendary, the smooth-voiced Pat Thomas.
Thank you, Kafui Day.
Yes, indeed. Yes. And we'll give you a microphone.
I am a walker. One time, big Joe, not big Joe, no, you see. I don't go, Mama, sometimes you see, baby, Sana, Sika, Sika, Emoja, Sika, Emoja, Sika, Emoja, Sika, Emoja, Sika, Emoja, Sana, Sika, Emoja. Oh, you have the mama, the master is Sierra. Me say no, me say no, me say no. Pray. Oh, bo, me say no, me say no. Oh, bo, me say it, me say it, me say no. Oh, me say no, me say no. Oh, bo, me say it, me say it, me say no. Oh, me say no, me say no. Oh, bo, me say it, me say it, me say no. Oh, me say no, me say no. Oh, my brother, oh, Billy Wonka, oh, my brother, oh, Busy Wonka, oh, my brother, oh, the Busy Wonka, oh, 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 Bisa não me Busy my country, I'm a fish, oh my. I'm so bizarre, now so bizarre, now I got your way, Bisa, so bizarre, now I know your way, Bisa, so bizarre, now what you see. Midoriasi, you want to remember me? You are to remember me. You are to remember me now. You are to remember. Or they missing you are to remember me now. Tanya, what you see? You walk away, 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 you walk away, you walk away, you walk away, Thank you very much. And thank you. Merry Christmas to you and everyone.